Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna need Big Shump 97 now? We got Big Shump out
Big
here?
God.
Big
True.
Shump!
Maybe we should change our names to our character names.
True.
I've already hopped on the bandwagon.
Alright.
Jeremy already did it too.
Fine.
Yeah.
Alright, Jess, cool. Where's Big Pine? Alright.
Jake, what are you
I
doing,
just
bro?
used this old Magic the
Big
Gathering
Big
D20.
Dazoo.
Nice.
Jake, what are you doing, bro? Where's the big?
Big Jackson.
True.
Is this just a Corset 2019 or something? Oh, geez, you can't quite see it, but...
Yeah. Dang, they got the spin down, though?
That's actually just his
Not
fan.
suggested.
It works.
Not suggested.
We got Big Shump. We got Big's... Is it Zerion?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, Zeri.
Big
Hey, Zeri,
everyone else. Ben, I like
Big-
it. Everyone else, bro.
You stole it.
Yeah, that's Laney's.
I'm everyone all the
That's
time.
Laney's
already.
mother.
I still like it.
Yeah.
Props.
So,
Literally everyone else.
I'm using this is the very first time I've ever used like the group tabs on Google Chrome.
Oh wow.
oh yeah.
I have them grouped by cantrips on level 1.
Dang, you're a pro.
Nerd.
You have like multi-levels of tabs.
Yeah.
I do.
Wait, the
Oh,
group tabs?
because
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
people who have spells understand what spell slots are.
Yeah, you can do
Oh,
that.
I see. Add tab to new group. I
Yeah.
see.
I like the color of cantrips. Cantrips are gonna be red.
Nice.
Wait, cantrips you don't need slots for, do you?
No slots. No slots for cantrips. You can cast
Oh,
that
I
as
see.
many
That's
times as
cool.
you want, all the time, forever.
I do not understand spell slots. Please explain.
Okay. Number of times you can cast a spell. So if you have 2 level 1 spell slots, you may cast 2 level 1 spells a day. Any of them that you have prepared. In your case, you're a druid, so all of your spells are prepared all of the time. So you can just cast 2 level 1 spells. So if you cast 1, you only get 1 more, and you can't cast any level 1 spells for the rest of the day until you
Okay.
take a long rest, or you have some other way of getting a spell slot back. But for
Where do you find the number of slots you have?
number of slots for a druid should be on the big chart in the player's handbook. Where is my player's handbook? Oh, I'm missing it. I need to go get another book.
5.
Okay, let me look for it because I've got my
He
thing
has
open.
all the books.
Features, cantrips, spell slots per level.
Between the two of us, we
I
have
have
most of the books
2.
available.
Well, we have every rule book, but we don't have
I
all
have-
the adventures.
I have
That's
2
true.
spell slots.
If I break a rule, do I just die?
Yeah,
Yep.
instant death. Yeah, it's not
Right,
like
because
we're
that's
just
how
gonna-
that works, bro. Yeah.
I'm just gonna make up everything the whole time.
Right. Because that's not what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
Does would lightning breath count as a spell slot?
No, lightning breath is a racial feat
Okay.
or ability that you can do once
Yeah.
per day for long rest.
Okay, cool.
All right. So,
And you can heal it by brushing your teeth.
true.
There you go.
Nice. True.
I'm gonna close that blind.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess this is probably gonna take a couple sessions, probably 2.
Yeah.
This is longer than I thought it was, and it's gonna take a while for people to be comfortable with the rule set and doing things.
I mean, if you want, we can just die in the first round, and then it's cool.
That's true. Then we're done. Easy peasy.
Let me see. Let me see this. I'm gonna be honest. I have not looked at this scenario at all, other than I noticed the apple.
That's all good. That's
trying
all
to
you
get
really need to
Dude,
go.
that's
Don't
funny.
worry.
You know why that's funny? Because on Monday you mentioned the apple in your
Yeah.
character story. That's like the only thing you
What?
said.
So we go to Oakhurst.
That's the only thing I remember.
Yes, we go.
Oakhurst.
It's I probably typed it wrong in that it's Oakhurst, but I'm probably gonna say it both ways the whole time.
Okay.
Whatever.
So,
So,
Oak-
we're good.
No, there's an
In-
argument
in
on the
Oakhurst,
town over
Oakhurst.
which one's the
yeah,
correct
Oak
one.
in first. Yeah. Are any of y'all traveling together at this point and / have backstories that are intertwined? I've read some of them.
Me and Jake are traveling together.
Okay, so Jazz Cool and Zerion.
Hey,
Or
Jack.
Jaxel.
Thank you.
Jack Zool.
Jackson.
Jaxel, not
Yeah.
Jazz Cool. Jazz is very cool.
Jazz, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Can we call you Zeri?
Sure.
Sure.
That's
All right.
Zeri if we like.
Zeri and Jack.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
All right. So we got that. Is anyone else traveling together at this point, or are you all separate on your way into Oakhurst.
I am separate.
I'm separate. I have like backstory kind of thought out. I haven't sent you anything. Do
Okay.
Wait,
do you
I sent
want
that
me
to you?
to send
No,
it to you?
we're gonna just be like
Yeah.
for this session. We're just gonna smash it all together. We're not gonna have a 3-hour figuring out of how you all met each other.
9,000 word backstory,
No.
which I
Yeah.
definitely had for a character who then got killed 5 sessions later, and I was like,
Amazing.
"This is a great use of my time."
Very useful.
Mhm.
Well, then you just have your next character be his twin brother looking to avenge him.
Exactly.
I chose to
That's
die.
a classic right there.
Oh, you chose to die.
No, my new character, I didn't have any ideas, and so I was just like, "Oh, and what should my character be?" And he's like, "You're part tree." And I'm like, "Cool."
Done and done. I feel
Partially
like
lignified.
that is how all of my characters have gone. First character I made, mountain of backstory. Next character's like, I got roller skates. Right?
I
Like-
got roller skates.
I need to pull up a beast list.
Useless, man. I just
Yeah.
want Max.
Yeah, Joey,
Wild
simple
yeah.
life for you, Joey.
Soon,
My
Yeah.
name is Jump, bro.
definitely think about what you're doing, especially if
Joey-
you learn spells for level 2 and 3.
Don't worry, I've already picked my arcane tradition.
Because we will be
Wait,
leveling up
not everyone
at least to
learns
2 this
spells,
session.
right? Though.
So
I think
Not everyone
we've been
does.
playing like
Yeah.
18 months, and I'm still level 4, and at this point, I don't think we're ever getting level 5.
my god.
Damn.
See, I like 4 is fine. If you were level 1 that long, level 1 is kind of painful, at least in D&D.
Just because, like,
You just
any
have-
reasonable fight, you die in 1 hit.
yes.
And then you're just like, well, that was fun.
Yeah, so this is literally gonna be like, oops, you're level 2. Because
Alright.
like I
Here we
need
are.
some health.
I have 9 hit points and I'm ready to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm an otter.
True.
Right. So we got the
What is-
books.
What is the general climate of this area?
I was gonna get into it a bit when
Okay,
we start.
we can wait for Will.
Alright, yeah. Just so we don't have to go through it a couple of
Oh,
times.
you generally get about 53 inches of snow a year.
Yeah.
The mean temperatures in September is sit around the 23
Cool.
degrees Celsius mark.
Yeah.
All right,
It's
all right,
tomatoes.
So my wild shape is a Yeti.
True.
Amazing, because this is set in the summer.
Never winter, isn't it? Isn't that
Yeah.
the name of the thing?
Well, that's a close town,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, so it can't be winter. It has to be summer.
yeah. Oh, I should actually. No, I don't want to like mess with this shared screen. As
Yeah,
who
don't
knows
mess
if I
with
can
it.
get it to work
Don't
again.
mess with it. Yeah.
Max,
If
leave
you
it
don't
up.
have to. Oh, you needed
Yeah.
big maps? Let's go.
Big,
Big
I think
maps.
Joey changed that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Joey. Nah, I love it, dude. Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Just gotta get Will, dude.
All right.
Where's he
Yeah, I
at?
know. Let me get all.
Wait,
of the
what are my hit points at level 1? My die plus
things. It's
con mod?
yeah, your max die plus con mod for level
You
1.
can actually roll it. Gotcha.
Not for the first one. For the next ones, we'll
Next
do
time
rolling,
you can.
and then but for rolling, I say re-roll ones because
Now,
that sucks.
So otherwise because otherwise you just always take the
Yeah,
guaranteed number.
exactly right. It is always better to take the average, but I think rolling's
But
more
it's
fun.
more fun to roll.
And if you want to take the average, go for it. But
But I mean, if you get 2 rolls, expected value is a lot higher rolling twice, right?
well, you don't get 2 rolls. You just don't get 1. Like if you roll a 1, then we re-roll. Everything else is taken. Minimum's a 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
Still
oh,
sucks.
yeah, then I still think ooh, that gets expected
It depends on
value.
your die. Like a wizard, probably always rolling because you have a d6.
Right, but if you've got D10 as ranger, you're like,
Good
yeah.
question. Yeah, I always roll regardless because like
Wait, if I don't roll, I take 6, or
yeah, you take it'd be half plus 1.
There's like
think.
there's a number in the player's handbook somewhere.
Yeah, half plus 1. I'm pretty sure.
I get this.
Maybe for an even. No, they're all even. I'm dumb. Let me see. Yeah, plus 6.
Just letting you know.
You dropped a pretzel.
I
Sad.
got the pretzel.
Oh,
Ooh.
you
Good
dropped
job.
the
Good
pretzel.
job.
What a pro!
Damn, what a flex, dude.
All right.
right. Which is then exactly the expected value of rolling if you re-roll once. Okay.
No. So let's go into this. I think it's just a good idea to go into this with like we're doing it in 2 sessions because if we try
Well,
to force it all in one,
We're not going to get through it all.
Yeah.
My plan
Yeah.
is we're at least going to start the main bit of this. But I'm assuming the introductions are going to take some time. Hopefully we can.
Yeah, I will say for like doing this online, I think short session times are preferable. Like for
Mhm.
Kieran's
Yeah.
campaign, two
Yes.
hours is our like cap time, and we
Yeah.
often
Yeah.
end after 90, 100 minutes.
Yeah,
So-
because it's easy to get burnt out with the
Yeah.
online session.
I
As
don't know,
been-
bro.
yeah.
When I'm here, it's gonna be like 5-hour sessions, guys.
Sometimes you just like find yourself Wikipediaing the mass
Yeah.
wave of Bala Placidia, and you're just like, yeah, okay, I'm not really playing the game at this
Yeah,
point.
suddenly you're not. To
I
be
don't know what
fair,
happened, but we're not playing in Dungeons and Dragons anymore.
I feel like almost all the games Lane and I play, Dungeons and Dragons is almost always auxiliary, and then we bullshit for 3 hours and realize we did
It's
nothing.
We talk about whatever, and then we play Dungeons and Dragons, and then we talk
Like-
about whatever again.
Yeah, we like realize we've been talking for 2 hours, and then we're like, oh shit, we haven't played. We played 15 minutes and then talk for the rest of the time.
In Kieran's campaign, we spent the last 3 sessions in the library and then doing like investigations of iconography on tombs, trying to find out where on Earth this like mystery location is. But like going through the research was really fun. We've pinned down that there was a cover-up of some event that happened in the 12th age between the years of 697 and 713.
You'd have to do that
the
really
first
well
piece
to
is
not make
dead.
that painful. You'd have to make that really interesting to not make it like absolute agony.
But like we've gone through so many questions. We started looking for like the forest of moving trees, and then we went through like we were looking for or trying to find battle sites, sources of petrified wood. Then at some point we tried the map room. We diverted into demography. We were looking at population dips in the mid 12th age.
This
Yeah,
is-
it was a ton of fun. It was
Y'all
like
going.
you're trying to write a final paper and you can't find the book you need. Like, what questions do you ask the librarian?
See, that sounds intense. The level of world building that went on to make that possible.
Wait, actually, yeah. Can I can probably just show you this. Hold up. Like, okay, so I really love world building.
Really?
And I think 13th Age, the system as a whole, is really conducive to world building. But like, let me see if I. Where is it? Oh, it's in. Yeah. Okay. Is this the used one or the unused one? Oh, this is the used one.
Joey, why'd you at Parker?
What do you mean? What kind of question is that?
Yeah, true.
Why
true,
wouldn't
true.
you at Parker?
Yeah, true, true.
It's true.
Okay, it's
Yeah.
actually
Can
gonna
we
be
fix that,
working.
everybody? Come on.
Yeah, you're right. That's my bad.
Why would you add Parker? Can't believe it.
It's a Wednesday. That's why.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for Colin William to show up like he said he would.
Oh
One of the
god.
keys is that you have to.
That would be a
draw
real wrench
beforehand.
where we then spent 3 hours making Colin's character and didn't do anything. I would just give him a pre-gen. I'd be like, here's a pre-gen character.
Here you go.
Go.
Enjoy.
Oh,
This
Will's
one's
online.
Wednesday.
Will's
Oh,
online.
yes?
Oh,
Pog.
Oh, he's typing.
oh, he typed. First thing, Big Park. If only.
That would have been so funny.
That would have been good, actually. Bro, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a fan of pretzels.
I see that. I'm happy to hear it, dude.
Like
Yeah, that gold. Was it the rolled gold? The roll gold?
the rolled gold, bro. Because I'm gonna be
Rolled
rolling
gold?
gold.
Gold. That's
I'm gonna be
definitely
rolling all 20s.
true. True.
Even on my like D10s, I'm gonna get a 20 somehow, and Ben's gonna have to handle it.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, okay.
Okay. Period. Yeah.
And somehow you didn't work out still.
Yeah, what?
It was crazy.
They
Okay.
rolled a D21. What kind of shape would that be?
Not
Ew.
Wait, what kind of shape would?
Ew.
not regular. I don't think.
21.
So the
Uh,
basic idea of what, like 13th Age, there's icons that kind of shape the world. There's also factions, and factions often but don't always have icons. So what we did is like we brainstormed a list of factions, and then you roll for each age to see like what state your faction was in that age.
Gotcha.
So the iconic means you just have an icon. Nadir is, things were shit, obviously. Zenith is things were great. And crossover is substantial interaction with some other faction. And then
Gotcha.
you all get drunk, and then you say for your factions, like what happened to them in that age.
Yeah.
But you provide the first outline, and then someone would ask you, or people ask you questions like, oh, but what about this? Like, oh, they were big into selling grain soaked with blood, but wasn't there a counterfeit market for this? And then
No.
you have to like improvise
Classic.
some sort
As
of a
you do.
response to
Yeah.
that question.
So it's like a sub game before you play.
Yeah, you do like a whole couple sessions for it, but
Yeah.
That's
It's-
if anyone's into the Adventure Zone, they're doing a similar kind of game for world building called the Quiet Year, where it's like they're in charge of like a week each, and in that week they can start a project, discover something, or start a conversation. And the conversation has to be held as like members of the community. You like draw a card each time is your turn and like answer a question about it, about like what you're doing. It's really good.
Wait, who
It's
is
enjoyable
this?
to listen to. It's called the Quiet Year.
Wait, you said
And
no,
it's
but
a world building system.
Adventure
The Adventure
something?
Zone. The Adventure Zone. If you are familiar with the McElroy brothers, it's nope.
just assume
It's
I'm
the D&D
uncalled. Just
podcast.
assume I don't know. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's a very enjoyable D&D podcast. They've been
Oh, okay,
through
cool.
a couple different arcs, but their most recent one, the one they're starting now, is still in the setup phase. So they're playing the Quiet Year to
Oh, that's
world
cool.
build before they
Okay.
start playing D&D.
That sounds like
Yeah.
right now. We're in the setup phase right now.
I know.
any second now.
True.
Well, he said he's home, so what's it gonna be at like?
Right now.
Yeah, Will's not exactly a speedy human. He's very relaxed.
I don't know if you can really judge him for that.
I mean, I
As,
can't.
as,
No,
as you.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I am not speedy either. I'm very slow as well.
Bro, I left work early for this, dog.
Early?
I gotta make up the 0.2.
What time is early for you?
Hey,
Hey.
There he is.
you gotta change your name, dog.
Turn your camera on, boy. You don't have to, but
You have to.
Adventurers.
What is
Whoa,
up?
whoa.
Yo.
How are we
Brother
doing?
William.
doing
We
good. How are
well.
you?
Doing good.
I am good.
Good.
Just get set up here.
I feel like I've eaten enough pretzels.
Nah, D&D is only about
Whenever you
snacking.
committee.
No game,
Well,
just
yeah, what
snacks.
do you mean?
Hey, there we go. New snack.
Oh my god,
There's
he
like
pulls out
40
another bag,
Let's
dude.
go.
There he is. What's up, Will?
Hey, look.
Oh.
I'm guessing it's
Oh,
4.
this holy light.
It's yeah, I see that. It's 4:30 p.m. for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just about.
Lucky you.
Well, you gotta change your name.
To what?
Your character name. Big, your character name.
Oh,
Nice.
well, okay. I just made my character name Borealis, so.
Oh, okay.
And done.
Big Borealis.
Big
There you go.
B.
Big Borealis.
Alright. So we ready to go?
I don't know,
I'm ready.
Is Will got his stuff set up? I know he was
Hold
gonna
on.
go. Yeah, if you're give him a sec.
Now I'm ready.
Hey, there we go. There we go.
go.
What do you got? What are you drinking?
It's the milk stout, nitro milk stout out of a tankard.
Nitro.
Who makes it? I doubt I'd know who, but
Left Hand Brewing Company. They're all over, so it's not a California thing.
interesting.
Wait, where is it from?
Left hand.
I don't know.
Google knows.
Let's see.
Right here.
Thanks, Joey.
That sounds
It's
like I think that
America
might be in
stout,
Colorado.
so it's from all of America. I don't.
Nice.
Wait, there's a Left Hand Brewing Company in Longmont, which is like 20 miles, not even from
Wait,
me.
whoa, wait. hold on.
Left Hand Canyon is one of the canyons like around Boulder, so
That'd be cool. if
Their
people
stout,
like
that
that.
nitro stout is pretty popular, I think.
Oop.
almost sugary.
It's in.
I haven't had it
Yeah,
before,
no,
but
Nate.
it's
It is
recommended
Colorado,
to me.
Nate. Yeah, it is. It is.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's the
Because you can
one.
find that in like anywhere around here because
I'm
it's
sure.
very local.
It's a pretty
You ready to
popular
go, Will?
beer, I think. That specific one.
I got my character
Hey,
sheet
got
in
the
front of
sheet,
me.
Let's
got
go.
the dice, got the stout.
I got that dice.
True. The stout's the most important part, probably.
I got, let me pull out my poor man's dice roller.
Let me pull up my rich man's. Oh god, I dropped one. No, I dropped all
Oh,
of
God.
them.
no! Oh no!
Try not to step on them. They're sharp. It
I don't
hurts.
even know they. Oh no. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Google has its own dice roller. I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you wanted to just like, you have Siri, you got Google, they'll all roll dice for you.
Or you just go on truerandom.org and enter the thing you want to do.
True.
Can you say Siri, roll me a d12, and it will do it?
Right now.
Um,
Or you go on roll 20. That also works.
Lady, how many do I have? 7?
Yeah,
Seven.
Okay, I have them all.
Okay,
Nice.
yeah.
Nice job, Joey. Jeremy, ignore this message I'm about to send you on Discord. I'm just using it as a copy pasta. It's just just a Zillow link.
Alright.
I just wanted to open on my PC.
Sure.
You good? We good though?
Yes, everyone ready to rumble?
Chilling, bro.
Got my box
Alright.
full of
Oh,
garbage.
what?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's do it.
Wait.
Bro, you know
Guys,
that
I'm
place
glad
that
to
I,
say more.
guys, you know that place I linked this morning? The second
Yeah.
one? It's gone.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Damn, that's sad. That was cool.
Yeah, I know.
It's gone.
After all
They
so
should
far.
go so fast.
Yeah.
So hard.
Yeah.
And or they've been up for 40 days and the person who's renting it won't respond to your email.
Correct. Two options.
Oh, yeah, I need to find where I'm living next year. I applied for the like grad student housing, but they're really bad. They like say they probably won't tell you until 45 days beforehand. And
Oh,
you're just
God,
like,
45 days?
It's not a good amount of time.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's like if you're trying to find
To
a
make
place.
plans anyway.
If you don't have a place lined up and a roommate, then you're fucked. 45
Right.
days. Jesus. That's rough.
yeah, I have a roommate lined up, but we don't have an alternate place at the moment. So
Yeah.
Dude, it's dark in my garage here. I might have to light a candle and make it even more D&D.
It's
atmospheric.
up to you, bro. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn on this weird light behind my head later. Make some
Nice.
weird blue flame up here behind my head. When it's dark out anyway.
Oh, that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little B mixtape. Blue Flame.
Oh, you
Is
got
it-
blue flames?
I could just wear. I could
Yeah,
just
right
wear
here.
my LED
This
around
light.
my neck.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Yeah, you could actually. You could do that.
Yeah, I'll have
sure?
it set up around my room. I
Wait,
just-
but
just
don't
put
you
a
get
rack around
light?
me.
Do you get light in through your windows? Not really, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have any lights on right now. This is for
No.
window.
I mean at night, because of lights,
Oh.
street lights.
Kind of.
It's not that bad though.
Yeah. The street lights
least I
all like
thought.
face down, so.
Yeah.
Alright.
I got this ring. I got a
All
ring,
right.
too.
So anyway,
I've decreed. We are starting.
it's been decreed by Joey, and as such, we must begin.
Yeah.
All right. So as you had seen previously, you had all heard various rumors concerning the town of Oakhurst. Whether it was the cash reward for finding the lost adventurers inside of the Sunless Citadel, or the mystery of the apple that appears each midsummer. You all have made your way to the town of Oakenhurst from wherever you're coming from. And to start everything off, there is, make sure I get all the races and stuff right. Got it all written down. A dragonkin and a tiefling. There we go. Found them both. Sitting across from each other at a table inside of the Old Boar Inn in the town of Oakenhurst, discussing their plans.
You get a note sheet.
When when the door opens and they are unable to see who walks inside, until a small otter folk hops up to the bar and sits down at the bar. So I'm gonna have Pine Thistle start off by describing your character.
All right. So as mentioned, you didn't, the door opened, you can't see who comes in, but I scurry my way up to a bar stool. And on that stool, you can see I am a brown fur otter. I'm about 3 feet tall. I've got some wizard robes on that are like clearly child size, but still a little too big. And I have a little wizard hat that like kind of falls down. And I have a little walking staff that I used to help me climb up the bar stool.
Right. Perfect. And then as you were coming in, you had also noticed the tiefling as well as the dragonkin. So also describe what Pine Thistle saw as she came in.
All right, Jeremy,
Either one.
who's going first?
I can go first. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, go for it.
So, you see me sitting there. I'm completely unarmored. The only things that I have on me are my two-handed mace, a flute, and a cloak from a black bear. I'm about like 6.5 feet tall, so I'm kind of like towering over the table. I'm struggling to sit there for sure. And just chatting away with this little tiefling.
All right, I'm not so little, but yeah. So
Comparatively.
yeah, comparatively, I look short next to you. So tiefling, I have this weird, pointed, however tieflings look, the little ears on the top of my head. I will say I have a tint of orange on the top of my head to represent my gingerness. Um, as a tiefling, I've mostly been outcast, so I'm mainly just paying attention to my boy, the druid here. I don't, I'm a little bit unsociable. Oh, Will, you have a visitor. I'm not wearing too much. Just basic like 1 or 2 pieces of clothing. I have a drum strapped around like over my shoulder that's hanging down by my waist. And that's it actually. So.
All right. Good. All right. Additionally, inside of the inn, at one of the tables kind of off to the side, you all noticed as you came in and other things, there was 3 gnomes sitting at that table who are gambling, hanging out. And at the table next to them, you see a elf, which I know doesn't narrow it down too much, but in this case is Nate.
Yeah,
Just chilling.
I'm an elf. With a long sword at my side, dressed in traveling clothes, well worn. I'm of normal elfin height, somewhat bulkier in the upper body. My arms look like I may have wielded a hammer quite a few times in my life. I am drinking a mug of dwarven beer and looking around superciliously.
Indeed.
Silly.
All right. Nice.
Yeah.
And then
Silly.
also in this tavern at just another table, other side of there, just kind of hanging out. You just kind of all of you got into Oakenhurst at this point around the same time. You're getting your bearings for town and thought, tavern was a good place to be. You see another elf, this time a moon elf, hanging out at a table. That would be Will.
Yeah, I'm a moon elf bard, so I've got a flute on my hip, and I'm in some darkened clothes with a hood, just kind of looking like a commoner, understated bard at this point. And I'm just sitting there, kind of sipping on my tankard.
All right, nice. And
Yeah,
then finally,
moon elf, so I got the silver bluish skin and some
Ooh.
silver hair.
Ooh, you looking fancy.
A little more descriptive for you.
Nice. All right, and then finally, the door slams open, and a half orc saunters in. And what do they see? What do they all
So,
see? Is it Meatball?
They all see a half orc, bluish grayish skin, brown hair, brown eyes, 5'11", 230 pounds, big beefy boy, coming in. I got a fancy set of chain. It's fancy chainmail. You're like, whoa, where'd this guy get his chainmail from? It's fancy, and I got a big X on my back, just like ready to pull out if I need to. And that's how I saunter my way into
All
this
right. Nice. So all of you have noticed that behind the bar is a human who older, kind of has graying hair, graying beard, who's been getting the drinks for everyone. And if you need something, seems like the person to go to if you want, food or drink at this place, or if you're looking for a room for the night. Additionally, as I'd mentioned before, there's a couple of gnomes gambling over in the corner, just chilling, doing their thing. And then it's at this point about midday when you made it into town, so it's not super busy, but there's a couple of patrons in there for lunch that you could also chat at the same time. A couple of things for Oakenhurst. That's just the kind of the breakdown of the inn. There's a couple of kind of major buildings you saw as you were walking in. So you had arrived here kind of in the height of midsummer, as you had heard about the apple, and this is kind of the general time when that apple is coming from the goblins to here. So this hill, the town is kind of nestled between a couple of hills, mostly a hilly kind of place, but they're kind of lush with greenery for the summer and that kind of stuff. But in the town, it's not very big, maybe 1,000, maybe a little more of people, mostly farmers and people who kind of raise livestock out on the hills. And a couple of the buildings you had seen include like a general store, a shrine, to a priest or I guess it's a god. I don't know this one actually. Paylor. You could see that was on the front of it, as well as a blacksmith in town. So there's a couple of places you can go explore. And yeah, so what do you all want to do at this point? You're all chilling in the tavern, can go talk to some people, gather some info, all that kind of stuff.
Well, you. Yeah, you with the big muscles and the exceedingly shiny chainmail. Could you close the door? You're letting in the fresh air.
I look over, I look at them, I look to the door, I close it, and respond, "Sure, will do," in perfect fluent Elvish.
Ooh. Ooh.
Would you care to sit down, join me for a drink? What brings a muscle-bound hulk like you to a dumpy tavern like this? No offense, innkeep, but you must admit this is not the best dwarven beer you've ever seen.
Yeah, and him speaking Elvish kind of draws my attention.
I respond that.
Oh wait, hold up. I will have. Initially, I spoke in common, but when I responded to you, I will have responded in Orcish.
Ah, okay. I see.
We're doing that, huh?
Ooh, so fancy.
Okay. So I say, I am inquiring about a certain fruit I have heard of. Do you know anything about it?
Fruit? I mean, it's good for eating, I guess. I mean, prefer, bread, but I guess it has its uses. Spoils so quickly, don't you think?
Yes, this is a magical fruit. I've been searching for it. I need it.
Yeah, at this point, at the mention of fruit, the gambling gnomes next to you have their ears kind of perked up and are now you can tell that they're listening to your conversation, as they didn't realize that word of this magical fruit had gotten from outside of Oakenhurst, and you were clearly travelers.
I want to go, scurry down from my stool and talk to the gnomes,
Okay.
and inquire, would you happen to know anything about that magical fruit those people were talking about over there?
So the three gnomes kind of all look at you, kind of surprised to see an otter, talking to them in common, wearing a robe and wizard hat, and say, well, we know some things. We've been in the town of Oakenhurst for some time. The one on kind of the far left is speaking to you mostly, and says, but you might either, you can sit down, have a game with us, and maybe we could talk about it.
Okay. And I kind of clamber up onto his chair.
Yeah, there'd be say an open chair at their table there. And they so what's your name? Is the one in the middle now asks you.
Oh, I'm Pine.
Good to meet you, Pine. My name is something I should have come up when I realized I asked your name. All right.
You're bad.
Where's
That
the
one
name
nailed
generator?
My name.
I told you that would come in handy.
It is coming in handy at this
It's like
exact
a book
moment.
of names by race.
It is just random names, not necessarily by
Oh,
race
different.
in this case.
Meanwhile,
It's a book
the-
of different tables.
Yeah.
meanwhile, Zirian and I are whispering to each other about what's going on a couple tables away.
I'm contemplating going over and joining the gamble, but I know that my young tiefling is broke as hell.
Yes,
The one in
yes,
the middle-
indeed.
Yes. It says, "Oh well, my name is Oliver." The one on the left says that his name is Hans, and the one on the right says, "Well, my name's Onion." So you have Hans, Oliver, and Onion, the gnomes who are gambling here, and they say, "Well, we'll have a conversation, but minimum buy-in's 1 gold. You ready to play?"
I toss 1 gold on the table.
All right. So we're going to keep it really simple for this gambling. We are just going to do a simple high roll. They're just playing a game of dice in this case. If you want to try to be sneaky about your dice roll or something like that, you can always do something like that. But just a straight up and down D20 luck roll would be to
Okay.
solve. And all 3 of the gnomes are playing in this case. So
Okay,
Mhm. I'll say the only complication is you'll all roll, and then there is another round of betting afterwards. But your roll will be secret.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, I want to cast Unseen Servant.
Okay, you have cast Unseen Servant. Can you just? I don't remember what that looks like at all.
So it's just an invisible, mindless, basically force that I can have interact with things.
Okay.
So I wanted to perhaps interact with my dice so that I could roll better.
Are you going to try to hide the fact that you're casting Unseen Servant?
Yes. It's an invisible force.
Fair. Can you roll just a straight? We'll say sleight of hand.
Okay.
Sleight of hand check.
All right.
Wait, can I be watching this? Can I roll to detect what's going on?
You're those who are like your table basically where you started is right next to the gambling game.
I'm completely oblivious that she's doing this. I'm
Excellent.
What kind is perception a wisdom or an int check?
Should be wisdom.
It's wisdom. I got a 17 on my sleight of hand.
Ooh, very good. So yeah, these gnomes are completely oblivious, haven't seen magic in their lives.
Yeah, I got nothing.
All right. So you successfully have your Unseen Servant. I'll probably make you roll again if you want to influence it with the Unseen Servant. If like you don't want a funny roll where it rolls, lands, and then moves again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's get to the rolling portion. All right.
Could be better.
Betting starts with. Are you going to try to change your roll?
Yes.
Okay. So you can make another sleight of hand check, and if you pass, you'll get a reroll.
That's a 13.
Okay, I noticed in this case.
Yeah. So Onion says after you roll, hey, don't move that dice.
I didn't.
See it moving over there. What'd you roll the first time? What'd you roll?
I didn't move it.
He kind of
everyone's looking over. There's a commotion.
Yeah, it got pretty loud. So like you all noticed
you can
that
see your hands.
cheating. You can see my hands. I saw it move after it fell.
Must have been the wind.
Must have been the wind. Onion narrows his eyes, but he can you do a persuasion in this case to try to convince him
that not be deception?
Or deception.
Can I assist? Can I chime in? Well, Fatso over here did just let in all that fresh air.
And there was the wind. It blew it.
I push my drink off the edge of the table and be like, "Whoa, where the hell did that gust of wind come from?"
The guy at behind the bar literally saw you because you're sitting right across. Just saw you push it off the table. It was like, what the heck, dude?
Yeah.
And of course, Onion, who was checking you out for this one, is like, okay, you can roll your deception with advantage because you've had some assistance to explain what advantage is to people who haven't played before. You roll the d20 twice and take the higher of the two numbers.
Okay.
Disadvantage is roll twice, take the lower.
Yes, exactly.
So my first roll was a 13, but my second was a 19. So.
All right. At this point, he narrows his eyes, but he's like, fine. So yeah, we roll it, and he accepts this at this point. But he is suspicious of you.
I got on that 20 this time.
You don't have to tell me that. I'm betting against you.
I don't care.
All right. Well, what happens? So the betting starts with Oliver, and he looks at his dice, and he's just like, maybe not this round, and picks up his dice again and basically folds, right? Doesn't want to bet anymore. We go over to Hans, and Hans is like, kind of mulls it over for a little bit, and then puts in 2 gold pieces and says that's his bet for this round. And Onion, actually make a quick perception check for Onion.
Me or like everyone?
Just you. You're the only one playing.
Okay.
I lean over to Nate. What's your character's name?
It's my name on the thing. You can see it.
I lean over to Althor and say in Elvish, like he's bluffing.
I got a 9.
Just give you a look like, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah, you don't notice anything, but Onion says 5 gold and puts 5 gold right into the middle. So bet to you is an additional 5 gold if you want to keep playing.
And does this keep going around? Will Hans then bet again?
Yeah, well, Hans can call, but at this point he can't raise. It'll be the end of the bet. Yep.
I'm gonna put in 6 gold.
6 gold, and with Hans is like, too rich for my blood, and folds. So the total pot at this point, to keep track, was 4 initially, 2, 5. So we're at 11, and then you're 6, which is 17. But Onion's like, I think I got you beat, and puts the 1 gold in. And so we're a total pot of 18 gold. And he says, what did you have?
What did you have?
No, you tell me first.
What did you have?
You tell me first.
Who's the other gnome? What's the other gnome's name?
This is Onion.
Can I see are his dice inside of line of sight for me right now?
No, this is all hidden for this. So he has his hand in front of his dice.
But if I'm behind him,
are you behind him? Sure, I'll say you're behind him in this case.
I'm behind him. All right, cool.
Sure.
I cast Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
And make whatever's on the top of 20.
What? All right.
He looks down. He's like, a 20. Because it was much better than what he had initially.
I have a 20.
And he's like, I guess it's a split pot, and you each get 9 gold.
I walk over, and I say, here, give me 1 second. I take his dice, and I show Pine that there's 2 20s on the dice, that you're playing with a cheat.
He's like, I swear, I'm never cheat. I'm a Tommy, never cheat, I promise.
How could you?
Maybe it must have been the dice manufacturer. That must have been it. I swear.
Wait a second.
I look at Pine and say,
if you're cheating over there.
Hey Pine, and wink at her. Is Pine what? A guy or a girl?
I'm a female.
I wink at Pine and say, it's a good thing Pine here is not a cheat, right?
I say, you accused her of cheating and you cheated yourself?
Could you, Onion? I trusted you.
I say, Onion, you seem like a trustworthy fellow. How about this? We'll keep the pot split, but you tell us everything you know about that fruit.
He realizes that he is in a tricky situation, as his 2 friends are like, you have been cheating the whole time? Because they've been playing, every day for the last month.
Or if not years, I would
It's
say.
been
Not
years.
years, yeah.
Meanwhile, I just
and he's-
raised my glass to Jeremy's question
yeah,
as I
and he's-
drunkenly slop over my table.
I'm
and
like,
he's
that sounds like a fair deal.
I'm just like, I want to know, and then I fall
it's
over
like,
again.
Yeah, my elf ears
hey,
perk up.
well, I'll tell you everything I know about that. Well, so it's just the height of midsummer. The goblins that kind of live up the old road away from us come and bring just a perfect hue, beautiful, perfect apple to us. And they say, you give us 50 gold pieces and you can have this wonderful apple. And I gotta say, I've never spent the 50 gold because, I don't got the money. But I have heard from people who have gotten it, like our lovely mayor who got it a couple times, and some of the old rich people in town who have bought it, can cure any disease. I know there was a sick kid they healed with it. I heard a couple years ago.
Where were the goblins?
What?
Where'd you see them?
Well, the goblins, they just come into town once a year. They come up from the old road, and he kind of points off into a random direction. He's and he's like, they come up from that way. I don't really know exactly where they come from. I know they sent some people out there not too long ago. Who is it? Curwin Hukre. Oh my god, Hukrele. Uh, has put out some money for those adventurers. They got lost a couple of years ago. I think it was her cousins or maybe her kids who got lost out there, and I think she wants to see if someone can go find them. Because they were going to go
out by the Citadel, ain't that right?
the what? I just know it's up the old road. I don't know if there's anything out there.
Okay.
But
So,
yeah,
so you've never been up the old road?
oh no, I stay close to town right now. There's been funny things happening around town as of late. Some of the I raise sheep out here, and a couple of times when I've strayed too far, one of my sheep will just be killed overnight. I have no idea what's doing it. It's these small kind of needle-like wounds in it. Never eats the sheep, just kind of kills it and leaves. I don't know what it's doing. But ever since then, it's even gotten like some of the younger folks in town and even some of the older folks when they strayed too far away at night. Yeah, but we don't know what's going on there, so I don't go that way. I'm suspicious.
Sounds suspicious.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and he's like, well, that's all I know. And he's like, kind of puts his hand out to grab his 9 gold pieces and bring him over to his pot, kind of very slowly, in case someone else is gonna, attack him for his crime.
I want to hold on to his die. I want to keep it.
You're holding on to the.
I want to keep it.
That's the only die I got.
I'll trade you one of mine.
One of yours? Well, I'm checking one thing. Sorry, I want to see how long.
The die you got is a cheating die. It seems like you should take whatever die you can get that's not a cheating die.
And the fact
It lasts for an hour. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure it didn't last a minute or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, okay, I guess you can have my great grandfather's special gambling die. We've been gambling with this die for generations.
Wow.
You come from a line of cheats, huh?
I swear, I've never seen 2 20s on it.
Does he look noticeably richer than anyone else here?
He looks very upset by being told, like, said he's a cheat, and literally it looks like the 3 of these gnomes basically just hand around the same money every week for fun, right? They haven't.
Yeah,
they're not
they're
making or losing any money.
Who play it. Yeah. Let me walk up to the bartender and say, "Hey, so what do you know about those 2 adventurers that went missing?"
He says, I do know some things about them. They had actually come into the inn a couple of times, and there was actually more than 2. There's only, I know old Carowin's only offering money for her family members. But there were a total of 4 adventurers who had gone at the end of the day. These adventurers were, kind of as follows here. There was Talgan Hukrule, and Sharwin Hookerle, which are related to Carowin, who she's offering money for. Talgan kind of seemed more of a tough type, but I think Sharwin had some kind of magic she could do. And then they had also brought a couple of people who weren't really from this town to help them. I think they hired them or something. But there was a ranger named Caracas, and then there was also a very brave, bold man of the name of Sir Bradford, who was, I think he was a paladin to Paylor, we got that shrine in town here. So I think they were able to get some connections to pull someone to come help and check out what was going down. And I had heard someone had mentioned Citadel. Who was that?
Oh, that was me. It was just some rumors I had heard about those people who had gone missing and the place where they went.
That's where they went, all right. If you follow that old road for a couple of miles, you'll come across, I don't know what happened up there. But what I've heard is a giant ravine, basically, just a huge gash in the earth. Goes down for tons and tons of feet. And there's goblins living down there for sure. I've heard rumors of some kobolds as well. But we don't know where the magic fruit's coming from and anything like that. But yeah, out there there's who knows what it was, but there's big old rift with some guys down there.
Meanwhile,
Appreciate the clarification.
I bump my shoulder into Will as he scoffs at me because of my drunkenness. I ask for another drink, but then realize I'm out of money.
This
and start
this
to
drunk
I
monk
start to
needs a drink.
Yeah.
I'll pay for his next round.
All right.
Okay, very well.
Thank you, sir. And I bow and then walk away.
He's like, that'd be just a couple of silver pieces. Give me I'd say 3 silver pieces. What were you drinking? Jaxel?
Just the cheapest ale you got.
Cheapest ale. All right, there's 1 silver piece.
Ale, that won't do. No.
Oh.
Yeah, what's the best thing you got in the tavern?
And he begins kind of rummaging through his inventory and says, well, the finest thing we have is a lovely elven wine that was imported here from Neverwinter.
Oh, how much is that?
A steel and a gold piece of glass.
I'll get you a glass of that, Jacksul.
Oh,
all right.
Thank
And
you.
drinks all around. I'll yell at the bar.
So he does get like a very this is kind of a backwater town, so they don't really normally have fancy things. So he has like the nicest goblet. He clearly only has one of them with like encrusted like silver going up it. And he pours in this kind of it's like a kind of purpley red wine into the glass, puts it on a silver platter, and then carefully places it down in front of you, Jaxul.
Put my hand over on Jaxul's shoulder and I go, yes, Jaxul, I admire the way of the drunken fists and your monkin commitment. What are you doing in these parts?
So I'm amazed by the shine of this goblet in front of me. And I feel definitely non-deserved to receive this town's clearly highest value piece of jewelry in front of me. I haven't sipped it yet. When I look at Borealis and respond with, "Oh, my friend over there, he dragged me in here." I'm just drinking. He's like, and then,
hey friend, come, I'll get you a glass as well.
What will they serve?
Walk him to the bar. It looks like you have one of those goblets. What am I getting?
So the barkeep sweats a little bit, and he's like mumbling something. No one's ordered 2 glasses. The first time, and he looks back and he like opens a cabinet, and you can see inside they're all the exact same like shitty metal thing. And he looks at them and thinks, and then picks one out at random. He's like, "Yeah, this is a good one." Whoa, holy shit!
Whoa, yeah.
Dude, yeah,
That was crazy.
Dude, that's insane.
Anyway,
It's a sign. It's
and
fake.
he again pours it in there, but he's used to the glass, which is smaller. And he pulls it all the way to the top and looks at what he has left and kind of thinks about what he did, and was like, and then he puts it back, and then says he just gets like a normal plate and puts it on it instead of the fancy silver thing, and says, "Yeah, here you go." So that's been 2 gold for you, Borealis.
And then I talk some shit to my friend when he gets a shittier version of what I got.
I say no more drinks for anyone, but I'm looking to go get those adventures at the Citadel. And if you'd like to join me, you can come and we can finish up our drinks here and then get on with an adventure.
Are there any other adventurers in this inn other than those of us here?
No, everyone else kind of seems like locals of Oakhurst, kind of just like regular farming folk, kind of commoners.
Yeah, they give us all weird looks quite often, I'm sure.
Yeah, y'all look wild here. Like the most of the people in the inn are either human, halfling, gnome. Is kind of the general population here.
Okay.
To see some otters, tieflings, and elves is a bit of a surprise to the general people here.
But not the dragonkin.
Yeah, not dragons. I've seen a million of those. Yeah. So as when you had mentioned that you do want to go look for the adventurers in there, he says you need to go talk to old Carwin. She runs the general store just next door. You should talk to her. I know she's offering quite the reward for this, and maybe she has additional info that might be of interest.
Sounds like a good idea. I appreciate the tip.
All right.
So I make my way over, and since my unseen servant is still around, I have it pick me up and put it on a stool, but you just kind of see me go. It's placed on a stool.
Just carried around by your unseen servant.
Why else would I have it?
All right.
That's great.
Nice.
Are we all gathered around this same area now?
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Have Halthor and Shump kind of made their way over to the rest of the group after the announcement from Borealis?
Since I do like bardic shit for royal elves, would I recognize what family Shump is with? Isn't he like an orc? Yeah, I know. Aren't you a half orc, but you do
royal,
stuff
right?
with royal elves?
Yeah, I'm a noble half orc.
Do you know?
Okay.
Yeah, so you're a noble half orc. Are you from like a relatively important family, or are you like a minor lord?
Minor.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So they don't recognize me really.
Yeah, maybe you've seen him in passing at parties, but you wouldn't say that you'd be like, "Oh, I know who that is," for certain. Unless you want to, right? If you want that to be part of the backstory, totally fine. But
I feel like it's easier if it's not. But
okay,
easy enough.
Okay.
All right.
So me and Shump and Halthor, we made our way over there, basically.
Okay, so you have all coalesced around the original table that Jack, Zool, and Zirion were sitting at.
Are we at the table or a bar at this point?
It's pretty close to the bar, so there's like a couple of seats. You can only really fit 5 people at the table.
We're
so
kind of just like half yelling, half talking to the bartender because he's just that distance away.
Yeah, I'm still sitting at my table, but I call across to Borealis. A Citadel, you say? I'm always up to see some ashlar masonry. I'll come your way.
No.
All right.
I buy a fancy wine for myself and for Shump, who came over.
Now he's like happy that you're buying this wine because no one buys it. And he was really questioning why he imported it in the first place because everyone buys the cheapest ale, right? And now you all have done 4 kind of goblets full, and this time he's like, okay, same cup, gets it down. This time he only fills it like not full like he did and made a mistake.
Couple drops.
He does kind of like 3/4, maybe closer to half for each. And he realized he doesn't have any clean plates. So they're just kind of on wooden slabs this time. And he's like, here you go. And was that 2 of them? And who'd you buy them for?
Myself and Shump.
And Shump. All right, so yeah, there you go. That's 2 gold pieces. If you're keeping track. But yeah. Yep.
So I down my drink in a single gulp and say, all right, guys, let's get down to business. Me, Jaxel, and the floating otter are going to go have a little chat with the mayor about these apples that he's eating.
Mm-hmm.
And then everybody else, go check in with what was her name, the general store manager.
That's Carowin Hukrele.
Everyone else can see what she has to offer for us.
Family is missing, right?
Yeah, so she has two cousin siblings. They don't really know the relation, exact or not siblings, children, cousins, something like that.
Then her
Who
children
went?
are not on this quest.
I don't know. Who knows? Undisclosed relations.
They have the same last name. That's all we know.
Exactly. So she wants them back. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go talk to Carolyn.
All
We'll
right.
meet here in an
Sounds good.
hour.
Sounds like a plan.
Agreed.
Yes,
so
to go
let's-
down the road. What do you call it?
let's-
The Great
The
Road?
old road.
The old road.
The old road.
Okay, of course.
North
been there a while.
Classic.
South the old road.
This would be going north.
Actually, West Old Road.
Sorry.
So we're gonna actually do the Carowin General Store first, and then we'll go to the mayor stuff. So
I'm gonna grab some water while you start with this.
Okay. Who is the Carowin folks again?
That would be me.
Okay, and then is Halthor going to Carowin, or is Halthor?
Yeah.
Okay, so the three of you walk over to a general store. It just says Hukrele Goods at the top of it. Seems just kind of like a place where you can get general supplies. You walk in and you notice that like all the shelves and walls are kind of just lined with general things like pots and pans and like just things you'd use around the house, random utensils, that kind of stuff. But there is a small section that looks like it may be more useful for your needs, like kind of adventuring type gear, rope,
I was
bag.
gonna say, any rope? Let me
Stuff like
grab some rope while I'm here. It always comes in handy.
So like that's over there, and then you can see a kind of a middle-aged woman standing behind the counter, who you're presuming is Carowin. She's wearing nice, like very nice robes, or nice like clothes, not necessarily robes in this case. It seems pretty well put together overall, and says, "Hello, welcome to my store. Feel free to peruse, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask." And kind of just sits back down the counter and is just hanging out.
Nice. I take a bundle of rope.
right.
How long would rope be in these parts?
I'm checking now.
That's fine. And in the meantime, I go, "Hey, Carolyn, I heard that you had some family that went missing from the local tavern. Me and some adventurers are looking for, a job, and we might be able to help you out with that."
Thank you. I've had this ad out for a long time and no one came. So I'm glad that someone's here to go look into what happened. So she gives you kind of the same lowdown of the four adventurers who went down to the Citadel. That you didn't get his name, but his name was Garon. The innkeep said, and she's like, "Well, so in terms, did you see the ad of what you'd get if you go do this for me?"
Oh, yeah. So what, 125 gold pieces and some, for each signet ring that we get and bring back to you?
Indeed, and if you can find them and they're still of sound mind and body, I will even double your reward each.
Do you care about the adventurers themselves, or do you just want their rings?
Well, if you bring back either Talgan or Sharwin in like they're alive and are okay, I'll double your reward. But if you can only bring back the signet ring and prove to me that they are not able to leave, they have died in there, I'll pay you for at least that knowledge and to get those rings back. They're precious to our family.
Understood.
What's the device?
What was it? What'd you say?
What device is on the ring?
Oh, what do you mean device?
Signet ring.
Yeah. What?
They're just a
So I don't, bring back the wrong ring.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
it has.
All right, that's a good question.
So,
What's the signet?
yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, they're gold signets, and they just have it's an engraving of an oak tree on the rings to find them. You'll be able to recognize that. Yeah, if you bring those back, I'd gladly offer you that money, and I'd love to just know where they've been and get that stuff back for our family.
What is this? Like, what is the scale of the economy in this
Sure.
world?
So in the case that I'm kind of doing it, you can think of like gold pieces if you wanted to use like USD, right?
Yeah.
As a comparison, copper pieces are basically pennies.
Okay.
Silver pieces are $1, and then you can think of a gold piece as like $10. So this is a
Okay.
lot of money to go
Yeah.
do this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But also prices are really low, so at purchasing power parity, everything's like triple that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like 1920s dollars.
Wait, so sorry, how long ago did these people go missing?
Oh, they would have gone. It's been a couple of months at this point. I don't know if they got captured or if they have been slain. We haven't heard anything, nothing from them.
Ah, shoot. Likely not the guys I was looking for then. Nevertheless, as long as I'm here and, with the promise of some, of a citadel to, take in, I guess I'm along for the trip.
Yeah, and technically, our family owns the land around that citadel. So anything you find there, I give you the right to take and take for yourselves as well. Who knows what's down there? I know a little bit more than most about it. It was, from what I heard was.
The Citadel? I know it's ruined at this point, but what was it?
So we went and checked it out many, many years ago, and we don't know exactly what it was for, but maybe some kind of dragon cult had it for a long time. Definitely some dragon related things in there. But now it's just been populated by I guess goblins and kobolds, which I know have been at conflict as of late. There's goblins and kobolds living there. We had heard a little bit when we had talked to the last goblin who had come here, selling that fruit. But yeah, we just know it's in decent shape from what we can tell. It's ruins, but there's still a roof over in a lot of it. Looks like it just fell into the earth. We have no idea. It happened many, many ages ago when it actually fell.
How severe is the conflict, madame?
They definitely are out for blood. We know they've been talking about capturing and killing kobolds. That's what this goblin had mentioned to us. But who knows if it's still raging or what's going on at this point. It's been since last year.
Going into a war zone.
Right, civil war within the ruins between goblins and kobolds.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
And she says there may be one other thing of note. It was many years ago, so who knows where he had ended up. But there was a man who had come here dressed in all dark robes, maybe 5 years ago, who had gone down there, and it coincides with when this apple started appearing for us. He went down there, and suddenly the goblins were bringing the apples out. So we don't know what happened there, but he said his name was Bellic when he was in town, and he was looking for the same citadel that you're going to. So we don't know exactly how it all shook out, but maybe you'll find him down there.
Interesting. Thank you for that tip. While I'm here, I'd like to pick up a bundle of rope. And do you have anything that could start fires?
Yeah, of course. And she points over that way, and there's like a tinderbox set that comes with like some starter kindling and just like a way to light a fire.
Okay. So how much is the tinderbox and the rope together?
Tinderbox and a are you going for hempen rope or silk rope?
Oh, hempen.
Okay.
I need it tough. It's good for a rough job.
It only really run you about 2 gold pieces for the both of them.
Okay, that's doable.
All right, and she hands you, 50.
How long is the bundle of rope? 50 feet.
50 feet of rope, and
can I get 2 of those then?
Another gold piece.
Tie them together.
Yep. Yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
So that's
3 gold pieces.
Yep. She's like, yeah, I think you'll need it. I know that ravine is quite deep to get down to the citadel.
Yeah.
Wait, so what's the difference between silk and which one's better?
Silk is more expensive. It's mostly just fancier.
Yeah,
hempen is your more.
Feels good, bro.
Yeah. Hempen is your
performances.
It's not as strong, yeah.
Yeah. And then Jeremy, you had a question?
Yeah, I had a question just about, I don't know, like immersiveness. Like, if I'm not with Will, can I like tell him a piece of information that like he could have known about had I told him last time we were together?
I'm not going to be super picky on that level of immersion unless everyone wants to be. I think that we can mostly talk about things Yeah, I guess
The
like
general store is closer than where the mayor is. Maybe like as
Yeah.
I'm walking in, you could
Yeah,
shout it at me.
that's totally fine.
So as I'm walking past the general store, I'm just holding my hand out with just a small flame in it
Mhm.
that Will notices. Just like holding it, just walking
Ooh,
Okay.
Teasing
see.
him with a little magic, are we?
yeah,
past.
nice. All
That's
right,
what it was produce flames cantrip.
Yeah.
We got flames if we need them.
I slowly
Also,
try.
keep
I
the
try to
timber
high.
box.
I try to high five your hand with the flame in it because I'm a dumbass. And you're like, no.
Something shiny.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, not even that, dude. I just try to like clap it like a flame from a candle. You can just close your hand around it. I just want to like boom, put it out. And he's just like, what are you doing?
And
All
she
right.
she kind of
Is
looks
there anything else
to
people need in this general store while we're
Yep.
here?
Well, I would like to have the silk rope.
ooh
Just
the
because.
silk rope. Well, that's gonna run you
Just
10
because.
gold pieces for 50 feet of it.
10 gold pieces. You're not. This
Fucking
is
nobles.
not 10 times as worth. This
10
is 8
gold
times.
Do you
pieces
know
for
how
50 feet?
that
Bro,
silk
why do you want
is
that?
produced? Caterpillars.
I will not be
Caterpillars.
scammed, lady. I will
Caterpillar.
not take the silk rope.
You will not take it. She says, "Very well, your loss."
You
And
can
put
make like a book out of it.
It's like it's one of the few things she has behind the counter here. Everything else is generally strewn about, but the silken rope that's
The
behind
gold
the
rope is behind the counter.
counter.
So I don't buy it.
Suspiciously, there's a caterpillar walking along the top of the store countertop. Yeah, just like that.
Let me see if there's
She
anything else
squeezes them
that's
in the back.
potentially interesting
Yeah,
for you
she
all.
has a little
That's
farm.
here.
Her general store is actually a front for her silk rope business.
I mean, hey
Yeah.
man, like
That
we've
caterpillar
seen
trying to escape.
we've seen weirder
Translator's
things.
there.
It's a Silk Road of D&D.
She does turn to you and say,
Silk
"Well, if you're
rope.
going in there, I know it is quite dangerous, and I know you're doing a favor for me. So I could sell you these." And she pulls something else out from behind the counter. It's 2 vials. They're pretty small, yay big, full of red liquid. And she's like, 2 potions of healing.
Yeah, I should have asked for that.
She's like, "I have a couple of these, and they're steep in price, but I could give you the lot both for 75 gold pieces. That's on discount already."
Oh,
Effective.
you know,
Also, we're just kind of
75 gold pieces
like
is a little bit
spit into his
steep.
hand.
So how about I play you a little ditty on my flute to reduce the price?
You roll a performance check. Do you know how checks work?
Yeah, I believe I do. I do. Is it a D20 and then I add my skill?
The skill. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
I got 16.
She's like, "Great song, 75 gold." That was a really high dice or difficulty check to convince a well-renowned merchant that a ditty is worth more than her gold.
Well, you know, my ditties are valuable. I'm a famous bard. Okay, 75 gold. I'll buy one.
All right.
Anybody
so
else want to buy this other one?
I'll
Put
say-
it for the...
Yeah, I was gonna
for
say.
that, you know,
Yeah, I was gonna say one. Is one a
I
different
would buy the other
price?
one.
No.
it would be one would be 40 gold.
Well then,
I look over.
yeah.
I look over at him and I'm like, I'll split it with you.
Yeah, sounds good. We each get a potion, 75 gold.
All right, sounds good. So you give the gold. She's like, made another deal, just like feeling good that she like saw these adventures, made a sale for herself, and hands you the 2 gold or the 2 health potions. To actually explain what they do, give me just a second to look up the numbers.
We split it in like half. We both paid like 37 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can just say, since she's like, "Oh, this is weird," just pay 37.
Yeah,
I'll give you
you're left
74.
with 5.
I'm nice.
Laney, you're becoming an otter over there with Mr.
I
Meeple
know.
on your shoulder.
This is Pine Thistle. She's here.
Yes, I see that.
All right. Potion of healing. So these ones, if drinking, will heal you 2d4 plus 2 hit points.
D4 plus 2.
Okay, so max 10, min 4.
I like
Exactly.
that. That was worth coming to the general store.
All right.
Okay.
So with that, we will then hand scene.
Yeah.
With them, and then we're going to cut over to going to the mayor's office. So you come up to, in this case, this is Jack Zool, Zirian, and Pine Thistle, who are walking up to the mayor's building, which you can note is the only stone building in town. The rest have been made with like wood and other materials, kind of binding it together, nails. But this is like a proper stone house where he is living. And there's just kind of a big knocker on an oaken door, just waiting for you.
I'm checking how long unseen servant lasts to see if I can make my unseen servant use the knocker.
Nice.
So would you use him to use the knocker or lift yourself up to use the knocker?
Okay.
That's very fair. So it lasts for an hour. So I think
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. So I have it lift me up, and I use my little otter paw to grab the knocker and go boop boop boop.
I duck down and just like wave my hand underneath of her.
You're like, can you feel something? No, probably not.
I don't know.
I have no idea if you.
I have to check.
Yeah.
No. So it's an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks at my command until the spell ends.
I'm gonna say no.
Shapeless, then no. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. It's nothing until you will it to do something.
Yeah. So you just see me lift up again by like the armpits.
That's amazing. So you wait a couple of seconds, and then a human man with a nice mustache, bald head, opens the door and says, "Hello. Why have you come to Mayor Lang's manor?"
We wanted to know about the apple.
The apple. I'm afraid you're going to be more specific.
The special magic apple.
We heard from some gnomes that some of the more wealthy people in this town have been purchasing an apple that cures wounds and diseases. Would you happen to know anything about that?
Let me go see if I can interrupt the mayor. And seems a little bit annoyed that you're coming to ask about apples, because he's just like, whatever. And then he closes the door and then walks off. You're waiting out there for kind of a while. A couple of minutes here. It's longer than you feel like it should be. Like, it's a pretty good sized house, but it's not that big. And then now a man.
Can I try in that time? Can I try to use the door knocker and like use it to like kind of like dent a hole into the wall?
Just a knock again.
Yeah.
Yeah, make a strength check.
Strength.
Just yeah, just straight up strength. Just use your strength modifier, no skill for this.
Oh, rain. You guys have rain?
17.
17. Yeah, there is a nice sized dent, and as you slam it down on there, the door opens again to a man kind of wearing it's midday, but he's wearing bedclothes and a night hat. And he's like, an apple? Why are you
the magic apple?
the magic apple. So word has gotten out beyond Oakhurst about our magic apple. Okay, come in. And he opens the door the whole way and lets you come to the manor.
Meanwhile, I'm just observing. I'm just walking in past behind my two friends here, making sly observations about his house, and I complain about how dirty it is.
Dang.
And then I see some rustling up the stairs of who knows who that is or what it is, but
yeah. So yeah, you are correct in that it is not as well kept as you thought the manor of a mayor's would be. It's nice, don't get me wrong. He has nice furniture, nice tables, a couple of rooms. It's nice, but there's like he's left out, like cups that he's drinking out of a couple of times. There's like an empty dish that has crumbs on it. And he's just not as nice as you would have thought. And he says, "All right, sit down." And he gestures to a nice sitting area with a couch and a couple of chairs. as he takes a seat as well.
I have my unseen servant like adjust how it's holding me, so now I'm just like kind of sitting in the air.
Oh my god!
Like, hello.
And she's like, well, what are all your names?
I'm Pine Thistle.
You're
I'm Zurian.
Zirian.
I'm
Okay.
Jaxel.
Jaxel.
What is your name?
Zirian. My name is Werner Lang. I have been mayor of this town. I don't know how long. Long enough.
I
You
know
don't seem
you
to like
seem.
it very much.
That's there you go.
Yeah.
I nod in agreement. Yeah.
It's a living. He says with a shrug. And he's like, Pine Thistle. You're floating? Is that all good? You good over there? It's a comfortable
I'm
couch, I
fine.
promise. Oh, okay.
I'm perfectly comfortable, thank you.
Very well, very well. So you're here to ask about the apple, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, before I tell you what I know about the apple,
Wait. Didn't we tell you this like 3 times already? Come on, bro.
maybe, I don't know.
My sarcasm gets the best of me.
And then he's like, we have had a problem around town. Something's been killing, I don't know, livestock or something around town. If you promise me you'll, maybe try to figure out something that's going on with that, I'll let you know what I know about the apple, as I have, gotten it a few times.
Sounds like a
Okay.
okay deal to me. What do you guys
Yeah.
think?
I am happy to try that. The natural balance is so important in this world.
Indeed, indeed. Okay, well, I'm glad there's someone here who's going to take care of this problem. No one else can do anything around here. So, in terms of the apple, I bought it a couple of years, but one of those years there was a sick kid in town. I gave it to him. I don't know what he had, but he was coughing up a storm, couldn't get out of bed. Gave him the apple. Next day, he was up and at him like nothing had happened. All good, no problems, big chilling, right?
Kid still in town?
Um, Probably. I don't remember his name anymore. But the other thing, this is what we've figured out the plan, but we don't know exactly what's going on with it. Inside of this apple, we have found that there's a couple of seeds, right? And so we figure, why buy from the goblins when we can grow our own magic apple tree? But we've had no success. We plant them in the ground, and then after a couple, maybe a couple of months, it sprouts up and gets to be a couple of feet tall, and we're like, okay, we got it this time. And then overnight, just disappears. I think it's those stupid goblins who are trying to keep a monopoly on their apples so that we can't get any, forced to buy, steal those trees that we plant. And we have not been able to figure out where the heck and how they're sneaking in and stealing our trees.
I'd like
Well,
to. I'd like to meet these goblins someday.
Well, if you go to the Citadel, you'll find them.
So they only have like one apple a year? That's like a really small amount for apple trees.
That's all they bring. I ask all these questions to this goblin, and he just says 50 gold. And sometimes we'll say, like, we've been fighting some people. He doesn't give me nothing.
Well, maybe we are just one town, perhaps. This is one town.
Yeah, I don't know. I had talked to other mayors of the surrounding villages, and we've been the only town they've brought apples to. We don't know. It's only been one apple, and even sometimes, okay, that's not true. One good apple. Over the winter, they sometimes bring a sickly white apple that looks just awful. I bought it once because I was curious. I took one bite of that thing once because I was like, it's probably going to be tasty. I bought the other one once and I just ate it because it was good. Best apple I've ever had, by the way. But I got the white one. It didn't look very yummy, but like the last one tasted good. So I took a big old bite out of it. Worst case of food poisoning I've ever had. Couldn't get out of bed. Just terrible. Awful. So sometimes they have another apple. We've never planted those seeds though, because terrible apple. I can't believe I wasted 50 gold on that one too.
Meanwhile, I start to walk away from the conversation, and
Just leave.
I'm just trying to. I'm just observing the house as you guys
He's
are
like,
finishing up
where
your
you-
conversation.
As you get, he's like, "Where are you going?"
I'm just
Uh,
just wandering around.
I would prefer if you stayed over here for now. I don't want you to wander through my home. I guess.
Oh, you don't give tours?
What'd you say?
You don't give tours?
This is my personal house. This is my
I'd
home.
like a tour though.
No, I'm not giving you a tour. I'm sorry. This is
I'm
my
gonna
house.
wander a bit.
The butler comes over and stands in front of you and says, "This is as far as you need to go."
I just scoff and sigh, and then stand next to my homies.
Fair. But yeah, he's like, "So we have a deal. I gave you what I know about that dang apple. Are you gonna? And you're gonna figure out what's going on with the missing cattle, missing sheep that keep getting killed in the night, so that my dang people who live here aren't going to try to vote someone else in, because I can't do anything else. This is all I got."
What time is it right now?
About midday still. It's only been maybe an hour since you all met up at the tavern. Total.
Okay.
So is that a deal? He looks at you kind of expectantly.
I walk my friends over aside from him and the mayor and the butler, and I say, "This guy is definitely hiding something from us. Let's agree to his deal. Meet with our friends later. Once we complete the job for these stupid cows, we'll come back with all 6 of us.
Hey, cows
and
aren't
figure out what
stupid.
he's hiding.
Cows aren't stupid, my friend. He's like,
These
shut
noble
up.
cows.
Yeah, there you go.
Noble cow.
Cows
A
are
natural
trees.
balance is important. I do want to check out the cow thing, but like not yet. So yeah, we can say sure.
Sounds good.
All
We
right.
just walk back over. We'll save your cows.
One of us, or maybe 2 of us, shakes the mayor's hand in agreement. I just
He's like-
sigh and walk out of the building.
He's like,
I just
A
need some.
pillow around the
I just need
cow.
some sunlight.
little finger guns. He
I shoot finger guns at the butler and say, "Nice stash, bro."
he's like,
I hold up my otter pot expectantly, waiting for him to shake it.
he kind of he at first goes for like a normal handshake and goes like,
And you can see like my arm is so small, so like the sleeve of my robe just kind of goes like.
as an otter folk, are you just like constantly a little bit damp?
For sure, yeah.
Okay. He's like, I'm glad we had a deal, but maybe you come back and you tell me when you figured this out, okay? I'm going back to bed.
Good afternoon.
You haven't heard of a mid-afternoon nap after your morning nap? Come on.
Second nap.
Yeah, second nap.
Must be nice.
Must be a quiet town.
It is. And then he just kind of sits in the chair back a little bit. Clearly, like he's not moving. He just goes, just right back into it.
The dad nap just.
Yeah, the dad nap. And then the butler says, "This way, please," gesturing to the door.
No.
He's like, "Please."
Okay.
He notices all your weapons and realizes, like, if you got in a fight, you're clearly gonna like. He's a butler. He's like, "Please."
I have my unseen servant put me down, and I walk out the door.
Like, "Thank you." And as he leaves the door and holds it open for you guys to leave.
I look back at the door and say, "You should really get that hole fixed."
He looks up to the front and says, "Yeah."
I guess we head back to the inn.
Yeah, but first I'm rambling about how pretty the sky is as we walk back.
It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
All right, so are you all returning
now-
back to the tavern for now,
Yeah.
or did you want to check out any of the other places?
So
We're
let's
at
see.
an
You said
hour
that there
at
were
this point, right? So we should be at the tavern, Parker.
yeah, that's true.
Sounds good. All right, yeah.
That
So
also means Lainey's thing's expired by now, right?
Yes.
yes, no longer has
It's
unseen
normal
zero.
day now.
Yeah. So yeah, you are all back at the place,
Climb up a stool.
and you are ready to discuss plans.
So I'm all for helping. So we see the other people walk in the tavern, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I say, so I'm all for helping out, potentially saving these 4 adventurers that went in there, particularly the 2 that will get paid for.
Mhm.
But does anyone know any sick people? Because I don't. So this apple really doesn't appeal to me so much.
Appeal. Appeal.
I,
I say, I would very much prefer to find the apple if given a chance.
I'm interested in the apple because I'm worried about the natural balance there. Something is wrong.
I look over to Shump and say, the mayor told us the info about the apple and then explain what he said.
All the things that were said.
All
Our
the
way,
things were said.
everybody knows all the things from the
I
mayor.
now know everything
Yep.
that you
Can
just
he
said.
emphasize?
There's more information available should we help some cows. There's also suspicious things happening in that mayor's office. Possibly an apple is there already.
Well, I mean, rich people buy them. He's the mayor. I assume he bought one year.
If I was a smart, rich noble, I would always have an apple on hand in case one needed it.
Yeah, right. That doesn't surprise me that he would buy one. So that might be shady, but I'm more interested in the cattle mutilations.
Yeah, I do want to clarify. There isn't any more info. He gave you that info
Okay.
in order as it
In
really
the good
agreed-
faith that we will help the cows. Okay, got it. Okay.
All right. So the first plan clearly is go to the what is it? Sunless Citadel. And,
Wait, is that the first plan, or is the plan to figure out the cows first?
Cow
you
situation.
think? Because
We have to wait until nightfall for the
we have
cow
to
situation.
exchange at least helping out with this situation in order to get more information about our apple and our, I guess, other issues at the Sunless Citadel.
Oh, is that what he said? I see. Okay. We can
I
help
want
with
to
cows.
clarify that again. There is no more info that he
No
can
more
give you.
information.
No
I think
more
that there's something
information.
suspicious inside that house, though.
Yeah.
In good faith, he
For
gave us
sure.
information.
That we
I
said we
see.
would try to help him on the cattle front.
So we could just shaft him if we would like.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You guys ask him about Bellic?
Alec?
No.
No.
Who is
The
that?
guy.
The guy who potentially is making these apples in the bottom of that pit.
Wait,
Did
hold on.
the- did
Is
the-
I
this?
don't think they know.
Did the
Yeah,
general
we don't know
Snowman tell you
this.
about the guy?
Yeah.
Because we didn't know about
Yeah.
the guy.
So you
Oh,
gotta extend
okay,
that information to
well,
us.
Let's share our info then.
There we go.
So,
Share our info.
yeah.
Let's go back to the
General
mayor and knock
Lady
on his
told
door
about
and wake him
Bellic.
up from his nap and ask about Bellic.
Are you doing that?
We can.
No.
No.
No, that would take
Nah.
That would take a very long
Okay.
time.
I say we save the cows, and then we'll try to save the cows. See what we find out. If we end up fixing the problem or getting any information about that, just go back to the mayor's office, tell him the information on the cows, and then bring up Bellic.
Okay, so should we go to a local farm or shrine and see what they're thinking?
I think we have to wait till it's nighttime.
They attack at night, but it's probably best we go there.
Well, I mean,
No,
like, ask them what they think about the cows. If the
Sure.
holy people might know something.
Hold up. Are the gnomes still there? Because
They have left at this point. They had their lunch and left.
Okay.
Okay.
Dang.
And it's pretty quiet at this point. It's like the post lunch pre-dinner bowl.
There's just a couple drunkards still hanging around.
Yeah, just a
tavern.
couple who definitely should be doing their tending to sheep and cattle who are just not.
Well, the sheep and cattle are disappearing.
Yeah, indeed.
So I
Alright,
suppose we start to
find a
walk
cattle
out.
farm.
Yeah.
Camp
Yeah,
around
do we wanna,
in
like,
some bushes, maybe.
Let's hide
Maybe
around a
somewhere hidden.
cow farm and see if anyone
How
gets
many?
mutilated.
We should
How-
ask the bartender where the cows have been disappearing. Like where, or not disappearing, but like,
Farm?
Yeah, he mentioned some family farms by name.
Do we know how many?
Anybody catch those names?
Well, I mean, did we leave the bar yet? Because I was
No, you're
gonna-
still in the bar.
No, we're in
You
the
can
bar.
just ask.
Say something.
Yeah, hey bartender.
Go whispering. Speak up.
Bartender, do you know of which farms are having these issues with
The pretty much the ones that are farther away from town. And just to give you an idea of the geography of the town, kind of the eastern and southern parts are bordering a forest, so there's no cattle grazing or anything there. Like it's kind of bumping up against the Neverwinter Wood. There's some space, but it's pretty close. No farming over there. And then on the other side, which is the side of the old road, the farther you get away from town, there's just been more incidents, I guess I can call them. Is what he says. Like, it's mostly the farther you get away. But I think it's happened to almost every single farmer out there now.
So
thank you, bartender.
this farm.
What'd you say?
Should we pick the closest farm so that if something happens, we can drag the evidence back here real quick?
I think we just head towards the edge of town in hopes of finding a farm.
Yeah, they would be pretty common, right?
And then we
literally all surrounding the town, other than where the woods
We
are.
could just follow the old road and then grab the nearest town that's on that road in case we see anything along the road, anyways.
All right.
I think that's a plan.
Right.
Sounds good to me.
Okay,
So
cool.
we're leaving. I guess it's midday or past midday at this point. So yeah, you leave out kind of the northeastern part of town, or sorry, northwestern part. I flipped it in my head. It's southwest and northeast. So you go up the old road. It's less of a road and more of kind of, what'd you say?
I drew a map of the town. I gotta flip it now. Don't worry.
No, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but I'll be right back.
Okay. So as you're going out that way, it's more of a dirt path. To say it's a road, it's not traveled heavily anymore. Maybe there's like the farmers who bring stuff into town and then take it from town to other places. But you're not talking heavy foot traffic, heavy trading way. Luckily, it hasn't rained in a couple of days, so it's pretty dusty. Not like a mess to get through. Nothing of great note on the way. You kind of notice as you leave town, it's like normal grasslands, and then slowly you can see kind of where they've tamed the land into small fenced off areas and stuff for farms. Kind of as far as you can see for the next couple of miles down the road.
I ask our bard to play a song
Ooh,
as we walk.
the bots.
Sure, I do that. I take out my flute.
Ooh, roll a quick performance. Roll a quick performance on this.
Yeah.
See how it goes.
I cast guidance on him.
What does guidance do?
When I touch somebody, they can add roll a d4 and add that to
Ooh, nice.
an ability check.
Oh no, I got a nat 1 on my performance. Oh my god.
So you roll your nat 1. Yeah.
Okay.
You roll a d4.
Okay.
You roll a d4.
Okay.
Add that.
So let's see where you actually end
My
up. Even with
d4, I got a 4 on that, so it's
Okay.
It's a 5.
6 for my performance.
Okay, so it's a 6 total.
Okay.
No. So 11 total.
11. Okay.
Wait.
Because you have an incredible performance, right? You have like insane, and it's with proficiency. So it ends up being an 11, but your first note that comes out is like, a clarinet when it goes. But then you kind of get into it, and it's all right. Like it works out in the end. It's kind of a terrible screeching sound, but then you line into it, and you're happy. So yeah, you're going up the road, and you notice that there's a couple of humans that are just kind of working out in the field, just like watching the sheep, kind of just hanging out.
Should we ask one of these farms to let us post up for the night? And maybe how many farms are there? Are there any that are close? How many should we cover? What do you guys think?
I would say there's tons and tons of farms, right? It's almost every family in town that isn't like a tavern or running a shop is a farmer.
What time is it?
You've been walking for a decent amount of time now. You would be kind of approaching what would be 5 p.m., but sun's beginning to go down.
I vote for one farm at the moment.
So I was going to say we could go to the nearest farms and say, like, okay, turn your lights on if you see some fishy stuff going on, and then we can head towards that direction. And then we can cover more than one farm without actually being there.
So could we find one farm that's in the middle of a group.
Mhm.
Try to ask the farmer there if we can. We're some in-town adventurers, and the mayor asked us to look into a
Yeah,
problem.
we want to protect your cattle. And
Yeah,
we
are
want to
you
make sure everyone
currently
else
like? Do you want to go
is
talk to someone
safe.
right now,
Well, no,
or are you
yeah,
still?
I'm
I
volunteering
think
to.
we're discussing.
Okay, just want to make sure.
now.
I'll volunteer to
It's
go
a
talk to the
potential
farmer.
conversation.
Yeah, so
Yeah, like
we can
we
find one
tell him
guy.
we want to protect his cattle, and
Yep.
to
Talk at
talk to
one
the
farm.
nearest farmers. We can send a farmer to go talk to another farmer real quick before
Distributed
nightfall.
farming.
I volunteer.
Yeah.
I volunteer to talk to the first
Yeah.
farmer.
All right, yeah.
Alright,
There's a
So we
couple
all
that are.
scatter out and pick a farm and go talk to the farmer to
Yeah.
ask them to signal if something happens.
All right.
So how many farms do we cover?
There's 6 of you, so 6 farms. I'll say in this case.
Make that 5 farms.
You're chilling.
I go along with Jaxul.
Okay.
And tell him I have some sheep to attend, and I find
Sheep?
near sheep
Oh,
and
no.
cast speak with animals.
Oh god. Oh no.
Wait,
God.
is this happening? Wait, so does this happen before we meet the farmer or after we meet the farmer?
I would say I would
Or
like this to take
happening,
place.
you didn't
Like
have
we're
the
all
conversation.
spreading apart,
Mhm.
and then you and me are walking over to the nearest farm.
Okay.
And then I tell you that, and then you head to the farm.
Like
and
you're
go to a
walking up
sheep.
to the door.
I just
meanwhile,
kind
he's,
of-
like,
I just
messing
kind
with
of-
the sheep.
I just kind of snicker and laugh because I know what you're about to do, but many others don't. So I will keep walking.
So
All right.
I walk
So
up to the sheep.
yeah, we'll do sheep first and then farm.
Okay. So this is a level 1 spell. So
Mhm.
do I add
Spell slot.
1 to spells or
The
slots
expended.
expended?
One spell slot will be expended for this.
Okay. And is there like the checkbox that's next to the spell? Do I have to click that?
No, that doesn't matter for you.
Okay.
You can use that spell twice if you want.
Okay.
It's just like this little thing here.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool.
All right. So yeah, you
So,
come to a sheep and it's
I
just
come to the
it's
sheep.
grazing. It's big
Man's
grazing.
he's just chunky boy.
Just
Eat away
chilling.
grass. I
Keep
can't
looking.
speak with animals. Say, hello there, little one. Do you have some time to spare?
He like looks up and looks around and goes back to grazing because he doesn't see any sheep.
Up here, the large dragonkin.
Now he's like,
Hello.
or it's very nervous. Most nervous sheep. He's like, are you here to eat me? Are you
I
gonna
mean
eat
no
me?
harm. I'm a vegetarian.
A
You see,
a vegetarian
me too,
dragon,
me
bro.
too. Me too. I am a vegetarian.
We have so much in common. Let's be friends.
Sure. That sounds good. He's
It
still
never hurts
very
to have a
wary of
dragonkin
the.
friend.
Yeah.
So I was in town, walking through, and
Mhm.
I heard that some of your friends might have gone missing within the past couple of days. Do you know anything about that?
It was awful. Just terrible. In
Were
the
you
night,
there when it happened?
I couldn't see anything. All I heard was
Oh
a
my.
and gone in silence. I have no idea. It was in the night. It was so dark. I just ran. But in the
Did you see
morning, we went and
what
checked it out
direction?
again, and it was Billy. Billy was gone.
Sorry about your friend.
Mhm.
I'm sure young Billy was a very noble sheep.
Yes, quite old. Really, really at his death's door, but still sad.
Did you see what direction
Well,
the invaders came from?
we were kind of over in that edge, and he kind of points to a corner that's kind of as far away from the farmhouse as it can be. We were just like, there's like a small watering hole there. We were just kind of getting a drink because we were thirsty in the middle of the night. We always go in a pack because it's safer, but I guess not safe enough this time. And we were just having a drink over there, but that was all. He's like, do you have shears? It's so hot. It's just so hot. Do you have shears?
Can I do anything with it? I use prestidigitation to chill up the wool that's surrounding him.
He's like, what did you do? This is better than shears. Shears is uncomfortable and bad, but I got the cool. The cool is great.
A young
Good
dragonkin's
point.
always here to help. Little
Yeah.
one.
How long are you staying? You can stay here forever, right?
We're only passing by to help solve your problem, and then
You're
we'll be
gonna
out of your wool.
what out of my wool? He's so happy. He's just tickled. It's like that's the most clever thing he's ever heard because he has an intelligence of 4. You know. um, so he's like, well, I'm glad someone's gonna help. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the one who's next who's gotten. And looks nervous again.
If you stick by my side, little one. By the way, what is your name?
Oh, it's Billy.
What a coincidence.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
know.
stick by my side, I will make sure you're protected. You have my word.
Well, thank you. And he is just like wool to your leg. Just like any movement right next to you now. All right, so now we can cut to Jaxel, who is now headed up to see to the farmer, who is like watching you talk to the sheep and has been starting to make his way over of like what the like saw you do a hand wavy motion too near the sheep to cast your prestidigitation, and it's like
Sorry, are you
but
talking about me or the farmer
Yeah.
at this point?
The farmer is seeing that walking over there, but runs into you on the way.
Yes. Okay. So he sees me walking up to him with he has a confused face,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I say, "Oh, don't worry about it." And he's like, "What?"
That's my sheep. That's I should be worried. If anyone's gonna be worried, I'm gonna be worried about that sheep.
I say again, "Don't worry about it."
Do you know that guy? How do you know that guy? What's he doing to my sheep?
He's my friend. He won't harm the sheep. He doesn't eat meat actually. It's weird, I know. But anyway, we came upon your farm, hoping to, well, one, if we could seek some shelter on your farm. I see you have a empty barn over there. It seems a bit out of use.
That's where the sheep stay at night if they don't need to get anything to drink or they get hungry. I usually try to lock them in there. Sometimes I forget, but I've been better about it recently after old Billy got lost.
Well, is there a upper part to the barn, like a upper loft in the rafters?
Oh no, I built that one myself.
Okay, so we'd have to sleep with the sheep then, eh?
I mean, I don't know if I want you to sleep with my sheep.
Phrasing.
That's okay. We'll set up camp.
What are you doing here, and why are you talking to my sheep?
Well, in terms of talking to the sheep, that you'll have to ask my friend. But we were hoping we could see if you were familiar with or know the other farmers in your area, and if you guys.
Oh yeah, I talk to them every once in a while. Some of them, but some of them not so much.
I was wondering if you'd be willing to notify them that we're going to be on the lookout for any suspicious activity tonight when the sun goes down.
Have you heard about? He kind of says it in a hushed tone. Have you heard about what's going on? The monsters in the night?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, I believe that's what we speak of.
You're gonna fix our problem, huh?
Well, I sort of I'm looking a little sleepy because we just drank. I just drank too much at like 10 a.m. in the morning.
A little daydream.
I look up at the sky. He's kind of like, well, yeah, I believe that's what you're speaking of, or what we're speaking of.
Well, then you can sleep with the sheep if you want. That's fine. You can stay in there if you're gonna help us out.
I appreciate that. I'll relay that to my comrades. There's about 6 of us. Would that be okay?
It'll be tight, but you should fit.
I imagine we'll be warm at least.
That's for sure. I haven't sheared those sheep in ages. It's just too much work,
Not healthy. I know I'm not here, but that's not healthy.
I noticed they were a bit fluffy.
Yeah, it's fun. I like to see it poof around like that.
I'm sure it's visually appealing anyway.
I just like the way it looks,
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I'll tell the other farmers, and we have a system here that You can see in the front of at least this farmhouse that he has, there's like a torch kind of deal. That if there's trouble, we light that torch, so all the other farmers know it's time to lock up and stay safe. So I'll let them know if something happens. Make sure you light that torch. We got some friends here. Check it out.
Gotcha. That sounds like a efficient way to communicate. Appreciate the
Well,
information.
Yeah, it's pretty far. I don't want to walk all the way to the neighbor's farm.
Yeah, that does seem far. I suppose we'll
Uh,
have to make the trek potentially, but
Yeah,
I appreciate
it's
the
really not
information.
that farm. He's just very.
Yes, clearly.
While this conversation is happening, I'm just walking from sheep to sheep in the field, casting prestidigitation on each of them. It can be up to 3.
Yeah, the 3 sheep that you have prestidigitized just love
I
you.
just like scratch the top of their heads a little bit.
They're like you have like a little triangle of sheeps following you around now.
I give it to them for a minute and then go on to the next one. Just a little bit in each.
And they're just like you're like, so you're saying that you're going from like sheep to sheep, so like 10, 15 sheep at this point.
Oh yeah.
So all of the sheep are following you. And he says, "Sir, what are you doing to my sheep?"
Oh, don't mind me. It's hot today.
It feels pretty good to me. You can see like a short sleeve shirt, shorts. He's very comfortable. Yeah, this seems pretty nice to me. He's like, but are you here with this guy? He said he knew you, and you're here to kill the monster, right? Because that monster has been, terrorizing my sheep.
Oh yes. I'm friends with young Billy over here. We'll help you out.
Which one?
Oh, the one all the way in the back.
Ah, Billy Ford.
I healed him first, or cooled him first, so he's in the back.
Gotcha.
Billy Ford.
All right, so yeah, he's like super stoked on it. He's like, I have nothing I can offer you. All I got are sheep. But I won't give you them. They are my precious Billies.
They're
but
all Billies.
Well,
Billy's sheep?
Yeah, Billy sheep. Throw him off the scent. Yeah, but he's like, yeah, you can stay in the barn overnight, and you keep watch over my sheep. I'm gonna have a great night's sleep. I've been trying to watch, but I always fall asleep as soon as the sun goes down. So nice to have some real reliable folk around.
I ponder as I think about how one lights a torch while one's asleep.
He clearly doesn't. So yeah, we won't do a full farmer interaction for everyone. Just so we don't.
We all have similar conversations minus the sheep.
Yeah, you'll have a similar conversation. Some of them are more competent than this guy, and clearly have been doing better things. But like, they're on board with this plan, and they say you can stay in any of these barns or out in the field. We don't have a space in the house for any of them, but you're able to keep watching them, and they're kind of thankful for you to do it.
Cool. Okay, so I'll go to the centralmost barn.
Okay, sounds good.
Are we grouping up?
I think since we don't
Are you guys smart enough to go to the centralmost barn and meet me there?
I thought the best course of action is that since the general consensus by these sheep and the farmer seems to be that these are monsters, not just like wolves or like bears or some shit like that, that we stay as a group.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So at this point, we've
don't
all
party for battle. That's a bad idea.
So at this point, we've all talking to separate farms. Is that right?
Yeah.
I want to make sure
Okay.
Meatball's not anything he shouldn't be. He's good. He has a chip clip.
He got out of my room when I went to the bathroom. So
So when I get to the centralmost farm, can I ask the farmer that's there just a little bit about if they know anything more about the monster? Any rumors about what kind of monster it is?
He says, well, I don't know too much, but he actually leads you to his barn. He's like, follow me. And inside, he's like, I haven't got a chance to bury it yet. And he pulls a tarp off, and you see a kind of a really mutilated cow carcass. I couldn't tell. It's not teeth marks. It's these little pinpricks into him. They just bleed right out. I don't know what to do about that. I've never seen a creature do this before. I can only assume it is a monster.
Use perception on it?
Yeah, you can do a nature roll.
Nature. Okay, what do I got?
It'd
Ooh.
be a really sad animal handling roll.
No.
Well, we're all going to Central Barn.
Yeah,
Well, no,
okay.
well,
Yeah.
It depends how you end it.
I was saying, are we gonna meet at the central farm or the farm where we're gonna end up going, like, staying?
Well, I feel like we're all gonna probably meet at like the center because we all like, hey, let's go back to the farm, and then let's go meet at like the middle.
If you're gonna like
Yeah.
cover the whole area, whichever barn has a fire, you're gonna have to go to. So you want to be at the center.
Yeah, exactly.
We should
Sure.
go to the one with my sheep homies.
Yeah,
Can
we
I?
can call out the center farm in this case to make it easy.
Yeah.
And we'll say that in this
We'll
case,
pretend that was the one that. Is that cool?
yeah, that's fine.
All right. Yeah. So I got a 6 on my nature check.
You see the same thing, right? It's a bunch of pinprick little holes.
Bloody
You have no
cow.
real idea of where it is coming from.
Did you just say
Okay.
sheep
Could I
cow?
like
Was it a cow or a sheep?
There's a
The
cow.
cow.
That was a cow, right?
It
Could
was a
I
hybrid
cast
sheep
detect
cow.
magic?
Neighboring farm, in this case, next to the sheep farm.
Uh,
It's like, you know,
Can I cast detect magic to see if there's anything magic?
So
Okay, I
glad
do
you
that.
know.
no, it was killed by the wounds. There's no magical residue in the wounds at all. Looks like it just got messed up and bled out.
Maybe werewolves or something. We'll find out.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully.
you have no clue because like it's not like you don't see like teeth marks or big scratches. It looks like straight in and out, kind of. Yeah.
Is this
Precision.
all? Is this all
I'd be
generally happening
Being.
This is all sort of
Over,
happening. at the
like,
same time.
within like the same time that I would have been conversing with Billy number 4?
Yeah, we can say that's the case. But he could tell you to go back there. Just to make it a little easier. So that this was all happening at the same time, and you know, other things were
Okay.
going on. Yep.
So I want to let. I think duration for speak with animals is 10 minutes. So me and
Yep.
Billy number 4 are conversing. I asked him to do a favor for me.
Okay.
I would like him to spread words among all the other sheep in his herd
Mhm.
that the kind dragonkin who had cooled us on this hot summer day wishes to alleviate our problems, but needs some help to do so. He has a strategy to catch this culprit
Okay.
who's been hurting our dear friends. We're all going to sit by the water hole. You're all covered in thick wool.
Mhm.
My friends and I are going to sit within your huddle next to the watering pit during the night. And should anything come to attack, us 6 brave adventurers will be right next to you to help.
All
Could you
right.
do that for me, young Billy? Number 4?
Billy's like, I'll do anything.
Thank you, young one.
All right. Yep, that sounds good.
Okay, so that's what we do.
Cool.
Actually, I'm not gonna be in that bundle. I'm gonna jump on top of the barn and watch from there.
Sounds good.
Okay.
That's totally fine. Do you want to like kind of jump cut tonight at this point? Was there any other prep work you all wanted to do?
I feel like
Well, yeah. Does anyone want to make a
We-
trap or something?
What time is
I
it?
got rope.
You have I'd say a couple of hours before nightfall. The sun is starting to go down behind some of the trees.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know where they're gonna come from, so
that's pretty
potentially
cool.
we're gonna have to run to them. So we might as well just wait for some action.
So if we wait around, that will have been considered a rest. So
A
Once
short rest?
you're staying,
I
you
mean,
get
a short rest for like 4
Yeah,
4
a
hours.
short
of
rest.
short rest.
If you're staying
Yeah,
up tonight,
All of the night.
you will not get the benefits of a long rest, right? Unless it happens like really early in the night or whatever, right? You have to be like actually rested.
Full HP though.
between
If you're on watch and whatnot, you won't get the benefits.
like our like conversations, like meeting back at the center barn to sunset, would that be considered a short rest?
Yeah, you could call it a short rest. In this case, that's not going to be super beneficial to anyone because you haven't lost hit points.
That's a lie. I can recover lost spell slots once per day.
Druids or bards can.
Level 2, I can do a little ditty, and you guys will
Yeah.
get some back.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so yeah, you can consider it a short rest.
So
I'm gonna-
also have that slot expended. Do you get spell slots back after long rests?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
I'm gonna
right.
meditate as well in the night before we venture out.
Oh yeah.
So I'm
We'll do
gonna
that.
be meditating, but while meditating, I noticed a strange sound in the background of the night.
Is this night now?
We're getting to night, so you're all keeping watch at this point, right?
Yes.
So you were huddled. Are all 5 of you huddled with the sheep next to the watering hole?
Yeah. Well.
And you're up, like the 5 of you are, and then Borealis is up on top.
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I have an idea of how.
Before I go up there, I'm gonna say, so adventurers, we're just kind of getting to know each other. Does anyone want to reveal anything about themselves?
Get the backstory cooking.
I pull out from my pouch, which I do have a pouch, my rock. This is my favorite rock. It's my magic rock.
That's nice.
What does it do?
Mostly it's just a rock, but it's my spellcasting focus. So if I look at it really hard, that's how I cast spells.
Ah.
It's your rock.
I can crack open shellfish with it.
Awesome.
I like shellfish. Those
There's
are good.
utility too.
I pull out
Tuck
my
it back in
druidic
my little
focus.
pouch.
I pull out my druidic focus, which is a wooden flute, and I just nod to Borealis.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah, you got a flute too.
Yeah.
I take out my flute and I wink and I go to the edge and I pull out a little blade and show that there's a
Ooh.
dagger hidden in the
Flute blade. Flute blade.
Yeah, I put it back in real quick.
Blade.
Nice.
Got the flute blade.
I just hug you and then walk away.
Big hug.
And you're very confused, but I just walk away.
Okay, I accept.
Nice. All right. So at this point, unless anyone has any other exciting backstory details to say, night has fallen.
I can climb on that barn.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom, but I'll be listening. So
Okay, sounds good.
How high is the barn? What's my vantage point?
So you can see around pretty well, and you're a moon elf, right? So you have dark vision, so you're able to see not colors but shades of gray around. You can see pretty much this whole farm, and then you could see the other buildings of farms, so you could see if torches are lit in those other locations.
Sounds
Want
good.
a signal from him? Is there a way for him to signal us?
He could yell.
Yeah, but who, me?
Yeah.
You're right there. I'll just be
No,
like, hey, that barn is lit.
All right.
I can also cast message as a cantrip, and I can just be like,
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh, telepathic? Let's go.
okay.
Do
So
a
yeah,
vicious mockery at you, like, hey, dummy, it's over here.
well, you could also play your flute to signal us.
All right. So yeah, it's nightfall.
I'll go like this. That way I don't have to talk. So just like keep an eye on me.
All right. Night has fallen now. It is very quiet. You can just hear the bugs going around, chirping and doing their thing. There's some fireflies. It's kind of sick. I'm glad to see that Shump is in character.
It is night.
Yeah. Really dark, but fortunately for all of you, y'all got dark vision. So you're able to see, at least reasonably well, around. So you're just taking watch. You're chilling in the sheep. It's hot. It's a lot of wool. So
I'm casting like prestidigitation like as fast as humanly possible from person to person.
The whole
with
night.
moment to release.
And I
Just to keep everybody nice and cool.
would like everyone to make a perception check.
How does this work?
All right, so you're going to roll a d20 and add your perception modifier to it.
Okay, where's perception? Where's its perception modifier?
I got
In
20
skills.
20
I got
total.
All right, give me
I
1
got
second.
16.
Okay, so we got 22, 16,
Perception?
17.
17.
13.
Just want to
13.
reiterate, I got 20 total, not 22.
Oh, 20 total. Okay.
Yeah.
20, 16, 17, 13.
Very perceptive.
Nate and Jake. What y'all get? 13?
11.
11. All right. So those who got greater than 15 notice, because I have already forgotten who that was. Notice that there is a rustling, kind of. It's a ways out at this point still, but it's kind of like then darting into the foliage. So that's you just see that kind of rustling out ahead of you.
Okay. I do my hand signals,
Oh.
and then I go, Russell, Russell, Russell.
Rustle.
Does anybody who's in the huddle have like a knife or like some kind of blade?
I have an axe.
I have a sword.
I have my.
Okay, cool.
I just have
I
a
have a
palm.
quarterstaff.
Can you cut off a piece of the wool for me?
Sure. Shouldn't be too hard with the hatchet, I guess. A little awkward, but I don't see.
Deep disguise.
Let's do it.
You can do that.
We should have thought of
You
that
can do
ahead of time.
So I have the wool in my hand. I
Okay.
just produce flame to catch the ball of wool on fire
Ooh.
and throw it at the rustling sound.
At the rustling sound. Okay, so make a.
I just laugh and say, "You're gonna start a wildfire, you dumbass."
Oh, yeah.
Make.
So do a sneak
All these-
attack.
I'll say just an acrobatics check. I don't know if that's very good. Maybe just straight wisdom or straight dexterity. Do straight dexterity for this one.
All right, cool.
What's the roll?
18.
18. So you lob it, and you had seen, and the piece of wool on fire goes beep, beep, and lobs, and then lands right into the middle. At that moment, it kind of lights the area up a little bit as it lands, and it kind of quickly extinguishes because there's not a ton of wool there. But in the flash of light as it lands, you can see, I guess, bark is the best way to describe it. You can see kind of barky kind of things. They're not very big creatures. You don't get a very good look at such a quick flash, but bark, and they kind of scatter out. You can see there's a handful of things there.
Oh no, tree ant creepos.
That's kind of scatters the bushes, and now know that you're like they have been noticed, and they're like kind of suspicious at this point, and you notice the rustling stops after they
Point to
scatter.
go. Since we've blown our cover, I shout, "Hey there, wood folk! Come out and show yourselves, I guess."
1 second. I don't know what
You
language
just
is.
be common.
Yep.
So
No.
would Lady know what this is? Because she's like natural.
You didn't get a good look at it, so all you could see was
Right to know.
a couple of feet tall, not large, and a bunch of them.
Okay.
From that lob. But yeah, so there's no response, and there's no rustling in response either. They don't respond to you shouting out.
Okay. Well,
I just laugh at your attempt to communicate with them.
just shut up.
Kind of a stillness comes back to the night at this point.
And
Man, well, now we're never gonna find out what's up. It's just some stuff in the bushes over there. You gonna go get it or what?
Yes.
Okay,
Alright,
go
why
to the bush.
You're going out there? Is there
I'm going
people?
out there. I have
Alright.
strength.
All right, good.
I'm big. I'm a big boy.
I'll
Stay
follow
within
behind them.
60 feet.
Okay. So yeah, who all is going out into the area to investigate?
Sneak 60 feet behind him.
Okay.
How far
Like,
away are they?
if we don't
I'll
investigate,
go. I'll go.
You would say your wool landed probably about 60 feet. You had a good arm.
well, remember, we decided to stay together as much as
Okay, so
possible.
that means I'm just like kind of coming down off the barn towards the sheep
Okay.
while he goes to the tree line.
Thank you,
Uh,
ladies.
Sounds good. So you are all kind of like there's kind of the crunch of the foliage beneath your feet as you walk through the field that was out in front of the watering hole. You keep going, and I would like everyone who walked into the field to make a perception check again.
D20 again.
Yep, D20.
Oof.
10.
10.
19.
20
A 20? Like a natural 20 or a total value of 20?
total.
So 19, 20, 10. What are the other numbers? 4, and then pine thistle. Were you going out in the
19.
Were you with the shrubs with them? Did I understand that right?
Yeah.
Okay,
19.
cool. So that means that Halthor, Jaxul, and Pine can kind of see that there's really, really slight rustling kind of in an arc around you guys. Like you're kind of moving in a little pack, and
Mm.
all in front of you is a small kind of arc of things going on.
All right, so we're pushing into a salient. That's what I should understand.
Sure. And at the moment Shump takes one step forward and there's a crunch of a branch beneath his foot, and then boom, out of the foliage jumps out 8 figures.
8.
Oh, sorry. 8? That seems like too many.
Jeez.
Yeah,
It was supposed to be
No,
6.
I don't.
It was
Well,
supposed to be
A lot.
Okay.
Get them.
Respect the one if you won.
Yeah, so 6 shoot out of the foliage, and you can get a good look at them now. So they are basically tiny walking trees, right? Like the size of a bush. A decent kind of picture is here. So that's like a drawing of what they look like,
Okay.
right? So that's what you see kind of shoot out of the bushes, kind of basically a collection of twigs that's walking around. And they do not look friendly, so I would like everyone to roll initiative. We are in
my
combat.
God.
how does that work?
What is initiative?
Ooh,
Yeah, how's
we're
that work?
going
D20 plus your initiative.
exactly.
which
Roll a
is
d20 plus your
your, what,
initiative, and please
proficiency
don't roll them all out once.
Please don't start shouting.
Or is it
Yes.
just
Because I have
dexterity?
to.
Keep
Yes.
your number in your brain until Ben says he's ready.
Okay, sorry.
Second. So we have.
So it's plus initiative, is that correct?
Yes.
Cool.
You do
All of
20
your-
plus your initiative.
Or,
Which is your dex, I believe.
Yes. Your dex modifier.
right. All right. So Borealis, what number did you get?
14.
14. Halthor, what'd you get?
17.
17. Jaxel, what'd you get?
14.
14. Pine Thistle, what'd you get?
22.
2. Shump, what you got?
I'm putting on my robe.
8. Let's go. 8. And then Zirion, what'd you get?
13.
Or is that right? Zirion.
Yeah, dude.
And what
What-
number
what-
did you get for me?
I got 22 for Pine Thistle. And then what was the number again for Zirion?
13.
13. All right, now give me a second to roll some dice.
Yeah, I just whispered to
believe we got
Zirian that we're not initiate. We are not. We are not good at this.
We'll stick at the back.
Not prepared.
Well, I'm in the front, right? Because
Yes,
I was the one going.
I was
in.
you are in the front.
What the order was, so it's
Wish I would have gotten a good roll here. Got like a really shitty roll.
Initiative isn't the time. Like, I'm kind of mad I got a 20 on this because this is not
You
the
go
roll
first, right?
necessarily that's important.
Oh,
About, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the
So, like,
order.
I'll go first, which is fine because I know what I'm doing anyway. But, like, I would rather have that 20 for, like, an attack.
Right.
yeah, that's fair.
all right. 3,
All are these tree folk?
like 2 feet.
Okay.
They're small. All right.
Lady
So
was bigger than them.
let's explain
Yeah.
combat
Or
a little
Pine is
bit
bigger.
for those of you who are not familiar with how combat works in D&D. So on every single turn, you get a movement and an action. Your movement is equal to your speed. In the case of this fight, we're not going to be using minis and stuff. So
Mhm.
at this point, they've popped out. They're about 30 feet away from you at this point. So pretty close. And then you get a movement and an action. An action is basically you can hit them with your sword. You can cast a spell. You can use an object. You can do stuff like that, right? Most things are an action, and some things are bonus actions. Those are explicitly stated mostly. So if you don't have anything that says bonus action, you don't got to worry about it. But if you do, you can do that in addition to the action you take on your turn.
You can do one bonus action per turn.
The other thing that's important is your armor class. So the way combat kind of flows is you'll say, I swing my sword at the thing. And I'll say, okay, see if you hit them. You're going to roll a d20 and add your attack bonus, which is your value for whatever weapon you're using, to that number. If your number ties or is greater than the armor class of the defending creature, you hit them and then roll your damage dice. If it's less than, you miss it, don't do any damage.
Okay. So we don't know what what their armor is.
Nope, you have no idea what their
Right.
armor class is or
Okay.
their.
You'll tell Ben your number, and Ben will say that hits or that misses.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I'll do the same to you. I'll be like, oh, does a 13 hit you? And you'd be like, oh, is it bigger or less than my armor class, right? As my monsters attack you.
Where's my armor class?
A little
It's in the little
shield.
shield on the first page.
First page.
Top.
First
top
page,
left.
armor class, this little guy here. Yeah.
Oh, armor class.
Yep.
Yes.
Top left. Oh, okay. Cool.
Yep.
Thanks.
Perfect. Okay. So does anyone have any questions about how combat kind of flows?
And you'll see a lot of that when I take my turn as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go for it.
I'm
right,
gonna go to the
Pine Thistle.
bathroom, but I'll be listening. We'll be back.
Pine Thistle, you are top of the order.
Okay. So I am not in front. I want to be in front of all of my friends, but before the monsters.
Okay, so
So
you're not
I'm
like
gonna-
within melee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna get within melee distance. I'm gonna get within like about 10 feet. You said they're 30 feet away.
Yeah, you're gonna move. Okay.
I'll move 20 feet. I have a speed of 25 feet, so I can do
Yeah.
that. So I'm moving about 20 feet, so I'm up in front. And then for my action, I'm going to cast a spell. Because I was able to recover one of my first level spell slots. So I pull out my little magic rock, and I look at it really hard, and then I stomp my foot, and I cast Thunder Wave.
That
Okay.
paralyzes.
What does Thunderwave do?
So Thunder Wave is a wave of thunderous force that sweeps out for me each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you. So I'm
Okay.
putting that in front
So
of me.
you've gotten far enough away from your friends, but are
Yes.
within. Okay, I understand.
Yes. They must make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, cool. So this is going to end up hitting.
We just lost
Three-
Jeremy.
Oh, we lost. Oh, he's back.
Back.
Yeah, we lost. You're going to be able to hit 3, or no, I'll say 2. 2 of the 6 tree blights. Wow, aggressive.
So like they fail, or like I only hit 3.
You're going to be able to hit 2 of them, and then they're going to roll to save. How big is the range on it?
It's a 15-foot cube.
Yeah, and they're kind of spread out. They kind of spread out in a big arc.
Yeah,
I
they
feel like I
weren't
should be able to
around
hit.
this.
I feel like I
Yeah.
should be able to hit at least 3.
Up 2.
Be that way.
Okay, so they make a what saving throw?
Constitution.
All right. I can promise you they failed. They got a 3 and a 2.
I did. So
Um,
they're gonna take 2d8 thunder damage and be pushed 10 feet back.
Very cool.
So let me roll that.
We don't know how much health they have.
Ooh, 8, 9. So 9 damage total.
They are-
Thunder damage and get knocked 10 feet back.
Literally eviscerated. So two of them are just they're gone.
Whoops.
Yeah. They are completely and utterly destroyed. So I'm going to cross 2 off the list.
Now, those of you who are spellcasters, a lot of times your spell will be not necessarily an attack, but you will just do it, and then they'll have to try not to be hit by it. So that's what happened there. Is they had to do a Constitution saving
So
throw.
when you do a constitution, well, when you do a saving throw, is it just a d20 and then whatever modifier it is for that?
Yeah. So if I'm casting the spell against Then's creatures have to do that saving throw, and they need to save against your spell save DC. So mine's 13.
Oh, okay.
So the 2 and the 3 definitely didn't do it.
How do you calculate your spell save DC?
Proficiency
It
plus
is
modifier plus 8.
yes, proficiency plus whatever your spellcasting ability modifier is plus 8, and that should be in your your class setup stuff.
Okay.
All right. So after Pine Thistle's turn ends, it goes on to a twig blight is what they are called. And seeing you just fucking destroy his friends, he leaps out at you and attacks you with the claws.
That's just right.
Laws.
All right, so 21 to hit.
Yes. I don't have armor. What do you think this is?
You're gonna take 3 damage.
That's mean.
All right, so 3 damage from that twig blight. All right, so then we go to H, which is Halthor. Halthor, your move.
Can I unstring, or rather string my longbow and attack in the same action?
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that you overnight you were kind of watching, so you were battle ready.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just take a shot at whoever is farthest from me.
Gotcha. So there's one of the basically to kind of give the picture, there was the arc, and Pine Thistle kind of ran up and got 2 of them on the edge on the right-hand side. And there's 4
Okay.
more, 2 in the middle and 2 on the left there.
So I'll fire on the farthest left,
Okay.
assuming I'm somewhere near the middle of our.
Yeah,
cluster.
you're right around the middle of the cluster. You're all good. So these 2. Okay. So make an attack roll with your
Right.
short bow.
Longbow.
Longbow. Okay.
13 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay. And so I roll 11 damage.
Dead. Dumpstered.
Ooh.
Dumpstered. All right, cool. So that's another one down.
Yeah, I take no move action past my turn.
Okay, sounds good. So you have killed this
Halfway
one.
done.
Indeed, you were just fucking destroying these
So
things.
yeah, 3 of them just got vaporized.
Yeah, fucking destroyed. Okay, so now it's
Maybe
another
that before it
twig.
gets down to us.
Another
Vapor.
twig.
Yeah,
They
I'm just gonna
fucking
be
get
a support
vaporized,
class,
they just
Jeremy.
die,
Yeah.
right?
We're just gonna be support heroes, bro.
Yeah. So another twig's turn at this point. The twig then is like it's getting nervous after seeing its homies get in there, but he's like, I gotta do it for the boys, and jumps at Shump and attempts to make an attack at you.
Okay, so what do I roll here?
So I will roll an attack, and then if it's better than your armor class,
Okay,
it will hit you.
okay.
Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it's exactly tied.
Yeah, so ties go to the hitter. Yeah. So you take 2 damage.
Okay.
Yep, and that was the whole turn for the twig.
Ow.
And we are now on Borealis's move.
Okay. So I believe I said I was 60 feet away from Shump. So at that point, I'm going to
Yeah.
use my 30 feet of movement to run up closer. So then I'll be. You said they were 30 feet away from them.
Yep, exactly.
So okay,
total
so
60.
now I'm in range.
Yep.
Okay, and there's one on top of Shump.
Yep. So there's one attacking Shump.
Okay.
And
I'm
there's
gonna-
2 still, or one.
One
no,
attacking pine.
two still out there.
It's-
One attacking.
okay. In that case, okay. Well, Shump took more damage, so
No,
I'll
I
cast.
took less damage.
What?
I only
Some
took
took
2.
2. Pine took
I
3.
thought you took 6.
No, I only took 2.
No.
I had 16 armor.
Okay.
So I
One
did
that's
less
attacking
armor.
Pine, then I will use Dissonant Whispers on.
Ooh, what
Okay.
does that do? What does that do?
You have to do a Wisdom saving throw,
Yep.
and it is 3d6, I believe.
Okay.
Let me check just to be sure.
It's a 6 to save.
That is gonna fail.
Okay. And which one was this again? Just to make sure I'm on the right page.
One that was attacking Pine.
Pine. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so that's 3d6. Let me do that real quick. Okay, that's 8 damage, and you have to run as far away as possible.
Well, he would run if he wasn't dead. So you have killed another one. It dies pretty quickly there. So that's the one next to Pine Thistle. And then we are going to, unless do you have anything else you need to do? Because that was your move action. Don't know if you have any bonus things.
So,
Okay. So we go to Jack Zulu's turn.
So at this point, I've seen that a couple of my friends are injured.
Mhm.
Also, to remind you that I have brewer's supplies as part of my equipment.
Ooh, got the brewer's supplies.
Yes.
It
So
just breaks down the
Just
field,
like
makes
down
some
the
beer.
keg.
I mean, hey. I may appear just as a simple drunkard, but you can do more than make beer with brewer's supplies.
But you're actually an advanced drunkard.
Advanced drunkard.
You are not wrong. So, I noticed that some of my friends are injured. So the first thing I do is I put my hands on them. I'm assuming that they're within arm's reach of me.
So Pine Thistle is not, and
Okay.
Shump is.
Yes, I am still
Okay, got you.
30 feet away from them. She is 20 feet away from us, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
She ran up to be.
Well, I
away when
definitely
Yeah,
don't
so
have a
I'm not-
10-foot wingspan, so that does not
I'm
work.
not offended about
What
it.
do you aim for then?
So I put my hand on Shump and I provide a calming aura to him to help slow his blood flow. And then also,
Dude.
well, you're injured. You could be bleeding.
Okay, thanks.
Um,
Sorry, that wasn't serious. I have no idea what that does.
So, and then out of my pouch of brewer supplies, I pull a small pouch of previously brewed alcohol, to which I give to Shump and
I
say,
ran
"Here,
into some-
Just hands him some booze.
here you go."
I like this. Do I still have a guy on me right now?
Yes. So you would be
He
moving.
He just walked away immediately. All right, that's fine.
All right.
Well, we can switch it around if we like, so that I do this after.
That's fine.
The booze is handed over.
The booze, and so at this point, I'm in melee range of the one attacking Shump,
Sure.
and I have unarmed strikes as my only possible weapon. Now, I choose to attack the what are they called?
Big blight.
Twig blight. Thank you.
There's 2 left right now, right?
Yep.
Yes. So I choose to attack the one attacking Shump. After tossing him this bottle of booze.
All right. So make an attack roll.
Grab one. Is that something I can do?
What'd you say?
Can I shout grab one?
Yeah, you can do that as a free action.
Okay. Yeah. So that's what I do.
Grab one.
Grab a twig blade.
do
as in, like,
Well, he can't clarify.
Capture
He
one.
just says grab one.
He says grab one.
Capture one.
Capture one.
Yep.
So we can figure out what they are, what the problem is here.
So I take note of Borealis's exclamation. Also, what am I rolling if I'm attacking?
Are you going to be actually? You're going to attack. You roll a d20, and then you add your attack
And
bonus.
then here's another question: can I roll with the intent of not killing the thing I'm attacking?
You can.
All right. So I can incapacitate, which I'm
Yeah,
equipped, which I'm expressly equipped for, considering I'm using my
Yeah.
palms.
You're really just punching.
You could bring it to like 1 hit point. It could still like do things, but it like it's not going to be like knocked out or anything at this point.
Gotcha.
You bring it to 1 hit point.
All right. So what am I rolling? Sorry.
D20
Okay.
plus your attack bonus to see if you hit him.
Gotcha. And my attack bonus is where again?
It should be the middle where it says attacks and spellcasting. You should have unarmed strikes and then like plus something.
Yeah.
Do you have your here? I can show you where it would normally be.
No, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Middle.
I found it. All right, 17.
Oh yeah, you punched him.
No,
So how much
I palmed him. In fact.
Bah. So how much damage are you? Is it 1d4 plus your dexterity or strength or something?
Yeah.
All right, so roll your damage.
This is trying not to kill it. Just
yeah.
trying to.
1.
You do 1 plus.
Oh no,
your
3. Sorry, 3.
Okay, yeah. So he's still chilling, but like he is not super stoked on that.
Is he staggered?
He's like kind of reeling back from the punch. But I don't know if staggered's like an actual condition or anything.
Would he get disadvantage on a grapple?
No, not at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, so that would be Drexel's turn, and we can go to Zirian.
So there's that injured one.
And
One
there's
on Pine got killed, and there's one that's fully healthy then?
He's just chilling still. He's just in formation, ready to strike.
There's only the 2 left, correct?
Yep, there's only 2 left.
And Will, you said you want one alive?
Yeah, give me one. We can do experiments on it and shit.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh my.
I look over at you with a strange look.
I'm kidding. I'm
no.
kidding. We'll just ask you questions.
Can we speak to it? Does it?
I can.
It's.
I
Okay.
got comprehend languages.
Okay, cool. So. You're within reach, right? We're all.
Yeah,
That's
we're
in our
all.
block right now?
I'm at the starting area, so the one that just got hit is like right there.
Yep, and there's still one that's unhit, but is 30 feet from y'all.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna use produce flame to threaten the tree into sitting still. Can I?
Sure. So you produce.
Wait. So how much damage has he taken so far?
3.
3.
He's a little pop.
Wait, and how much health? I mean, how much total health?
We don't know.
Yeah, I can't tell you that.
Okay,
No.
yeah,
That's no fun.
gotcha. True.
And
More than
somebody.
Yes.
Definitely more than 3.
And can you do a non-fatal attack on on any attack?
You could always pull your punch.
You just have to specify yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll just attack it with produce flame.
Just make a flame and put it in his face.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Make it hot.
With a non-lethal
fire.
Non-lethal fire against a tree.
Okay.
It'll definitely scare him.
So
Singe off a leaf,
in response to you producing the fire near it, it makes a really kind of weird screeching sound. You can almost think like the plants from Harry Potter they pull out that scream. It makes a horrible screeching sound as you bring the fire close to it, and it's just it's super not happy about that. But I don't know how much damage that would do in this case.
So you make a ranged spell attack on hit. Target takes 1d8 fire damage.
Okay, so yeah, make your ranged spell attack. It's unhappy to see flame.
So how do you roll a ranged spell attack? Do you just
roll your dice and then your d20 and then you should have a number to add to it, just like
your
normal.
Spell attack bonus. So it's on the last page, right by.
Okay, so d20 plus that.
Yep.
Plus whatever your spell attack bonus is.
Okay. 11.
So you do miss, but you've super freaked it out with the fire. It really didn't like seeing it, and it's making a horrible wailing sound at this point.
Okay.
All right. So with that, it is Shump's turn.
Yes. Okay. So I have a movement of 30. So this one that attacked me, it looks like my people have got that one at least done.
Yeah. I will say at this point, it's so freaked out, you wouldn't even get an attack of opportunity at this point. Yes. Normally, if you leave combat with something, it would be like, ha! But in this case, it's beat to shit and terrified. So it won't be it doesn't look ready to attack you.
On my ideals, it says, don't fight those who aren't a threat.
So ooh,
there you go.
Ooh. That sounds like at least +1 inspiration. But
as a role player.
I have a speed of 30, so I'm just going to go straight up to the one that's 30 feet away. It's convenient. It's like, oh man, and I'm going to attack it with my one-armed axe that I have. Okay. Because my other arm is a bottle of booze.
Because you're sip up. All right, so take your attack roll.
Okay, so I think that is 1d8 plus 3, I think.
That would be your damage. First roll a d20 and see if you hit.
Okay. So what am I looking for here?
It'd be d20 and then you'd add your attack bonus.
Okay, so I rolled a 9 and what is my attack bonus?
Should be this number here.
Where is this? 5. So that'd be 14.
Okay, yeah, you hit. Then you can roll how much damage you do.
So that would be 1d8. Mm-hmm. 1d8. That's this one. Plus 3. 8. Total added together.
Again, eviscerated.
Let's go.
But, so there's one quick bite left, but I would like everyone to make a perception check.
This is the d20?
Yeah. Everyone who's fighting to make a perception check. Yep.
Oh no.
Got a garbage roll.
21.
I got a nat 20.
Perception is wisdom, right?
Yep, wisdom.
Yeah. 21.
21.
I got a 3.
3.
Crit fail.
Nice.
13.
13.
I'm the farthest one away from everybody.
Then, what did you get, Borealis?
Nat 20.
Nat 20, and then Pine Thistle?
Sorry, I got distracted. What?
Dang.
Dang.
Perception check.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah. That's not good. 3.
Okay. So Borealis and Zirion
Same.
notice a larger rustling that seems to have responded to this loud wail coming from this creature, right? It's kind of approaching the same way that the other ones had come from, but is still probably 60 feet out.
The closest one to it.
Yeah, it was 60 feet from your starting location, 30 feet, and then 30 feet for Shump, 40 feet for Pine Thistle.
Okay.
So yeah, and then
Can I
90
dart
feet
feet?
for Borealis. You're all still in combat at this point because there is still the one guy who is available. So with that,
Available.
we go to.
Can my action was the produce flame, right?
Yeah.
I looked at my spells. I forgot I have a bonus action that I could use too. Could I use that?
Oh yeah, we can retcon it just because you're getting used to things.
Okay,
What's
cool.
your action?
Healing word on Shump.
Sure.
Just a 1d4.
Okay, yeah, you can roll the 1d4 and you're good to go.
Plus, what is it? So what is the
That
spell
means-
casting modifier? That's just
It's your wisdom.
That's wisdom. So it's 1d4 plus 2.
Yeah. So I think.
Wait, you use it on. Oh, I guess using it on me is better. I guess
Five.
because you noticed.
Ooh,
I'm
5.
full health.
Yeah, so
Nice.
full health.
All right. So Pine Thistle, you have not noticed the rustling, but you can see that all of the other twig blights have been taken care of, and there's just one that is very upset about fire, screaming next to Shump, or no, not next to
Zirion.
Zirion. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shump, move forward. I had forgotten.
Yes.
I want to. I don't know if this will work. So you have to tell me if you think this is allowed.
So curious.
I need to find the. Okay. Can you tell me what its intelligence score is?
Its intelligence score?
Its intelligence score.
4.
Never mind. Okay.
Did you have something like to control it or something?
I was gonna try and instead of it making it scream, I was gonna try and make it laugh by casting Tasha's hideous laughter. However, it has to have an intelligence score of more than 4. So it's 4 or less isn't affected.
Okay.
Okay.
Time to laugh.
I don't want to kill it. Maybe I just want to make it stop. And so I want to cast Ray of Frost, but non-lethally, just make it.
Poor baby.
Stop.
I'm getting tortured.
Burn it and freeze it.
You can Ray of Frost at it.
Okay.
Probably less afraid of the ice though.
Yeah. It just
Yeah,
makes it slow down technically.
Then he'll be willing to talk.
Maybe he'll be chilled out, huh?
Fuck,
Eh.
quote unquote.
So I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack. How's a dirty 20?
I mean, yeah, you hit.
Dirty.
Okay.
This is literally the saddest twig blight you've ever seen. At this point, you have
Okay.
showed up though.
It takes 1 game damage, but I don't want it to take damage. I just want it to
be cold and sad. Okay, yeah. So it takes the damage, or it doesn't take any damage really. It just is cold and is like why are you doing this to me like this? I'd rather die.
How much damage does it do?
Can I try to pick it up?
You can make a. It's
you're 3 feet tall. It's
I know. Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a strength contest.
I'm trying to give it a calming hug.
All right, strength contest.
That's not bad.
What'd you get?
Hold on. I got an 18.
It's got a 5, so you picked it up.
Yay! I'm just you know how when a young kid picks up a younger kid, it's kind of like that, where you're just kind of
Yeah.
and they're just kind of.
Poor guy.
Oh my god, poor guy. Tap 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 tap. At this moment of you burping the twig blight, the rustling has grown louder, and shooting out from the grass are a couple more twig blights. You see 3 in total. along with 2 larger creatures that are, bigger. They're very similar looking to a twig blight, but they kind of slither across the ground more, and they're kind of wide and long. And they come into you like, "Why are you burping, friend?" And let me roll their initiatives to fit them in.
So we noticed them at this point, right?
Oh yes, they are
Do
out of
we
the thing,
know-
and they're ready to fight.
Do we know what
I
these things are?
failed. Like I don't know if I noticed these.
I mean, you notice because they're like on top of you at this point. So you're like
Jump is
in the
just
arc.
looking back at the sheep, making
Oh
sure
my
they're
God.
safe.
No, what I think is I'm looking back at the thing, being like, "What is that awful noise?" I think I don't notice them.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Also, it's getting to be 10 o'clock. IRL.
Yeah. We're almost
I
done.
wanna-
Speaking
I
of
wanna get
which-
to combat first.
Yeah.
Wow,
You
these
mean
guys are
the
doing
whole combat?
great on initiative.
We just added
I
in
mean,
a lot
we-
more
we-
enemies.
We cleared through the first 6 guys in
Well,
like one.
yeah,
round
I know,
turn.
but we could get worse rolls.
Ben is like, "All right, we gotta have some more enemies in here."
What time is it now, by the way, in game?
It's
Yeah.
night, like it's like midnight-ish, maybe
Okay.
a little past midnight.
Gotcha.
Okay, yeah, so they pop out of this, and there's the very unhappy Twig Blight who is kind of down for the count. He's not dead, but he's not fighting you anymore.
Holding on to him.
You've at least defeated his spirit. So yeah, they kind of come out in the 2 rows. There's 3 Twig Blights, and then 2 of these kind of slithering creatures behind them. They're also made of wood. What?
How spread around are they?
I would say there's just like maybe a couple of feet between them, maybe 3 to 5 feet between each.
Yeah.
Where are they from how far away are they from the starting position?
So let me give you a quick look at what this actually looks like, right?
Are they like close to me?
Yes, they are close to you.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to tell, but you can see they're coming in. The top 2 lines is them, and then S is Shump, and then you can Twig Blight, and the rest of you are kind of in a line back there. And Pine a little bit from doing Thunderwave, but has come back a smidgen to see and hold on to the Twig Blight.
Good.
So yeah, they are now within the whole combat situation. So we have this.
Well, now should we capture the bigger one?
But I've already hugged this baby.
They've connected.
You could just squeeze it.
This is my baby now.
Right. So
Okay.
I am the same size, but it is my baby.
So Pine Thistle's round in combat has concluded. And one of the big creatures kind of rears itself, slithering off of the ground, and shoots a needle straight at Shump, because he's the closest one.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Shump.
But I think this is with disadvantage, right? Because I didn't notice them. I'm gonna argue that for me to take more damage.
No, you're not going to take any more damage. It's not like a surprise round or anything. They've made themselves clear enough. So it's a 12 to hit.
Okay, D20.
No, I rolled it to hit you. So I rolled a 12 to hit you. What's your armor
Oh.
class?
I think your modifier is.
I have an armor class of 16, so it hit my chainmail and bounced off.
Yep. So no damage from that one.
Nice.
But the second needle blight is going to kind of slither its way forward,
Oh boy.
past Shump, and get closer to like kind of where the cluster of you all are, right? And try to attack. We'll say Halthor in this case. So it's going to do it kind of like it rears back and tries to slap it with its like kind of sharp, twiggy body. See, it hits you. It does hit you with a beautiful natural 20. And so I will roll the damage to see how your boy fares. Oh, wrong dice. You're going to take a total of 6 damage
Ouch.
from this boy. It's
Oh
it's
shit.
normally does 1d4 to 2d4.
So we can tell
Yeah.
he's not doing that well.
Yeah, so some big damn. Straight to Halthor, slaps you good. With that, it is the Halthor's turn.
Yeah, can I switch weapons without provoking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, no worries on that.
All right, cool. Then I attack with longsword.
Get him.
Two-handing.
The versatile.
That's whoops, wrong PDF. That's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, you got him.
Uh, 7 slashing damage.
Okay, yeah, he is not instantly eviscerated, but he has taken some hits here.
Can I?
This is a
What's
big
the
one.
rule about disengaging?
It has to be as an action to disengage without attack of opportunity. So if you use your action to attack and then move, it would get attack.
Okay, so I can't use my move action to disengage, or I
Yeah.
can, but only while provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. If you move
Okay,
out of the way
then I'll
without
stay
taking-
engaged.
Okay,
Forfeit my move action. Enter.
Some people do have a bonus action depending on your class. Like I think Monk eventually gets the option to do that, but
Yep.
mostly.
Speak of the monk.
Right on out of there.
Jackzul. Your
Yeah.
round. Your round of combat.
Alrighty then. So remind me what's close to us at this point. All of them.
So there's the sad twig blight, and then this what's called a needle blight, which is the sharp slithering thing, has gotten close and has attacked Halthor, and Halthor has attacked back.
Damage.
And there's one other needle blight that shot a ranged attack at Chump, and then there's 3 twig blights waiting in the wings.
First, I asked Shump for the bottle back.
What?
You're too far away at this point. Chump is like 30 feet from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I yell at him to give me the bottle back when he's done.
When you get a chance.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love that.
So, I'm gonna choose to attack the one that's close.
Right, yeah, the needle blight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Extending my palms again and hope that my bare fist will do, enough damage.
All right.
I'll go ahead and roll. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot. What am I rolling?
A d20 plus your
Yes.
attack bonus.
Okay. Nine.
9 to hit. No, you kind of do a glancing blow off of it.
Ah.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right. With that, it's Zirion's turn.
Can you show me their formation again?
Sure. So at this point, you're looking at there's
Right
3
now?
twig blights in the back, a needle blight back there as well, and then 1 needle blight close to y'all.
How far away is that leftmost? It might be the furthest away twig blight from me.
I would say it's around 30 feet.
30 feet?
30, 35 feet, not too far.
Okay, cool. I am going to walk so speed of 30, I'm going to walk all the way to that leftmost twig blight, and then I'm going to cast Lightning Breath, which is an area of 5 by 30 feet in front of me.
Ooh,
So it's going to
Yeah.
hit all of them, I think.
yes,
hit me.
that hits.
Does that hit me?
Okay.
No, they have not.
No,
gotten
this is a
close.
different group from you.
It's the same group that
Or
Shump
Is
Random
is this
size
the
Shump is a
line?
little bit farther back
Black
from this group,
girl.
and then you
Okay,
can see
so
that
okay.
and you would be here, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
so that doesn't hit the one that's attacking me, though, right?
No.
It did a ranged attack. So yes,
Oh.
it would be hitting them as well.
Oh, okay.
Because these are kind of tightly packed back there.
Okay, cool.
So that is a dex save,
Dex save for all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
and then what do I just roll an attack?
No, I would just go
Yes.
save. Okay. So for the needle blades, what's the number to beat?
12.
12.
Or it's 8 plus my constitution plus a proficiency.
Okay, so 2 of them fail the save. One of them does manage to get out of the way, and then for the needle blight, it fails.
So they don't get out of the way. So on a
Yeah,
fail
yeah, half.
save, they take half of. Okay, cool,
Yep.
awesome.
So
that's
2
they
needle
take
blights.
2d6.
Smack.
So that's 3 that take 2d6, and 1 just takes a d6 then.
You
They
just roll the
take
total
half of-
number, and then I'll have it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 6
Nice.
and a 2, so 8.
Oh, 8 total damage. So all of the twig blights are gone. Goodbye, twig blights.
More health.
Wow.
Yeah, but you kept brutalizing that one.
Is there
Um,
one health left?
Dude. And he got
Um,
fired and iced afterwards.
So all of
Technically, I'm
blights are
still
down.
holding that one.
Yeah,
Yes.
now he's being held.
But the two needle blights are still alive, but they are not looking hot.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, that's some big damage.
And so a movement and an action, is that all I can do, or is like a bonus action not included in movement?
So movement, action, bonus action, but it needs to be explicitly a bonus action.
Okay, got it. Okay, cool.
Everything else is an action.
No, I already used it. Never mind. Okay, cool. Never mind. That's
So
it.
I think you've done all your things, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my spell slots expended.
right.
So.
We're hitting up your
Shump
boy
time.
Shump. It is Shump time because all the twig blights died. They would have went first, but no, they're gone.
So there's one that's behind me and there's one that's in front of me.
Yes,
The
there's
one that's
one behind and one in front. Yep.
Yes. So the one behind me has more health, right? Because it wasn't.
It's hard to tell. They're pretty close.
Okay. Sorry, I should have said took more damage, but
Yeah.
Okay, I think because I think you guys are basically fine dealing with. There's like 4 of you that are basically going after the one at this point. I think I'm gonna go after the one that tried to attack me because you know I'm half orc. I'm a little pissed off. This guy tried to attack me. So.
And you're a noble. You're noble.
I'm a no. This guy tried to attack me of house me. I can't believe this guy. So
Jump of house.
I'm going to move to it wherever it is. I can move to it. I just know I can.
Yeah, you're in range.
Elf and I.
And I'm going to try and slash it with my axe.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll d20.
Indeed.
Nat 20. Let's.
All right, that's exciting. You got a
I
crit.
am very much hitting this guy.
So
But
the explanation of what a crit does is whatever your damage dice is, roll it twice. You actually do twice double damage.
because I have savage. Right.
You do triple damage with savage? I don't know what savage
Let's
is.
start. Savage attacks is crit hit with melee does additional dice reroll of damage.
So you do 3. You're gonna
You do
roll whatever
3.
your damage dice is 3 times.
Cool.
That's
Okay,
a
so-
half-orc thing. That's
So what's
savage
your
attack.
damage dice?
So I have a d8.
So roll that 3 times?
3d8.
Yes.
3d8, and then I have a +3 on top of that. So
Yeah,
that
3d8 plus 3. That doesn't get tripled.
Okay.
Not 3d8 plus 9.
8,
Nice.
5,
Okay.
6. So that is what? 21 plus 3? No.
No,
Isn't it 19?
That's
Here's what
19
you're
plus
saying.
3.
You got it.
it's
You got him.
I did 22.
You got it.
I did a lot of damage. I
Yeah.
did 22 damage.
I'm just marveling at the smooth cut of your axe.
Yeah, it was.
It's like a woodcutter's axe, man.
God.
I just like,
Oh, yeah.
You just cut this man
Let's do it
so
like
hard
butter.
that there's probably just like a giant hole in the ground behind him as well.
all right.
Like when you
So-
buy
The second 2 attacks just only hit the ground. He just kept swinging.
I just hate that this guy hit me. All right.
All right, so he's dead. But that is, I assume, all of the shump.
Yes,
Just
I
opening.
don't have any other. I don't have any other action.
All right, so there is. Oops. Yeah. All right, Pine Thistle, you're holding a tree blight.
Who all is close enough to me that I
There
can
is-
hand this baby off?
Maybe.
Babe.
I look up to Zirian's not close. I look up to Jaxul and I like hold it up and I'm like, can you hold this for me?
I just
Oh.
look curiously down at you like, what? And then I take it and, you know,
Can you offer the twig blight some alcohol?
uh,
Man needs it.
no.
He's had a rough day, dude.
Rough day.
I just say, wow, and you say I'm the bad influence.
All right, so Pine Thistle has handed off the twig blight.
Okay, how close is the last needle blight?
It attacked Howl, Thor. So I'd say about 10 feet from you.
Okay, easy. Okay. Easy.
That's the one that I'm next to, right?
So no, you moved. Remember, you ran all the way to the other side to breathe
Yeah.
fire.
What's next to me still?
All of those are dead.
Yeah, those were.
Oh,
just
I thought there was a needle still.
Yeah, Shump killed that.
I just
Oh,
destroyed
oh,
that
okay.
monster.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, that's the one you killed. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, I just have to pick which spell.
Whichever one does the most damage. Just
That's what I'm looking for,
send,
yeah.
send this guy past heaven.
Well, we know he has at least less than 22 damage.
Yeah, he has less than 22
Wow.
hit points.
Well, that
I'll
was
give
a-
you that.
That's not
Well,
that
hold
very
up,
helpful. But
How much did they take last round? How much
Yeah.
total damage did that guy take? Like
He took-
30?
Yeah, it was over 30. Overkill.
Yeah, right? That would have killed me
Ugh.
with full armor.
Okay. Then I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost again.
Right?
I'm gonna make a ranged spell attack.
Get him.
How's a 10 sound?
That does not hit.
Sad.
Nate asks, and I rally as a standard action, is rallying just a 13th age thing?
Rally's not a thing for D&D.
Rip in peace. No
Yeah.
Ray of Frost.
Yeah, so no Ray of Frost. You missed.
Sad.
But it is Needle Blight 1's turn.
Dun, dun, dun.
Understood.
Is engaged.
It is engaged with Jeremy, yeah.
No, it's engaged with Nate.
Oh, sorry, Haltor.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the one thing you
No,
killed,
it's
right?
not. It's Borealis' turn.
Hey!
Oh.
You gonna finally make it over?
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, in that case, let me see what I can do. Let me. Huh. Is there? What were those spiky guys called? Needle.
It's a needle. Yeah, the last one there was one Needle Blight left, and then just the saddest Twig Blight.
Is he damaged at all?
Yeah, he's beat up.
Okay. Let me cast sleep on him.
Time to go sleep. Okay.
wait,
Should I
on
cast
which
for all
one?
of
Sorry,
them?
which one is casted sleep on?
The needle, right?
Well, technically, I can cast it on multiple creatures depending on how many hit die I cover. So let me go him first, and if there's any spare, I'll get the other guy
Well, it
with
would
the
just
one.
be the
hit
baby
point.
in my arms. I feel like so.
Yeah,
Alright, so,
well, we can slap him away afterwards.
all right. So how does sleep work? I'm not super familiar with the spell.
All right, hold on, let me pull it up. I should have done this before I used it, but it'll only
Dude,
take a
yeah,
second.
having all of my shit open in like group tabs on Chrome is so useful.
That
Yeah.
does sound very
I would
nice.
definitely recommend.
I just have an axe.
Send creatures into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect.
Okay, sounds good. Roll your 5d8 then.
Should have done this from the beginning. Could have knocked out one.
Wait, why wouldn't
Yeah,
I
You can
just
knock out
roll, like,
all of them.
Yeah.
I know.
5d8? Couldn't you just roll 2d20?
Huh?
That math.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it does.
The odds will be different.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Alright, so
Well, not really.
lay down that 5d8 for me.
Okay, 5d8 is 16 total.
Radical. So yeah, you're capable of putting both the Needle Blight and the Twig Blight asleep.
Okay, so
Nice.
snap, they're asleep.
They are asleep. And with that, combat is over.
Hey.
And
So did anybody realize that we're having like magic spell and yelling out here and like
Um,
axe fights?
you can see, so you're on a sheep farm. The farmer has been like nervously watching through the window of like, because the sheep were kind of close, but he can't see because you walked out into that field outside of his farm. But he's been kind of seeing like sparks and things happen, and he saw you lob the fire and all that kind of stuff.
Saw lightning breath and like.
Yeah, like yeah, he's still lightning breath.
Like
He's
a
like,
light-
Underwave.
Yeah.
yeah, it's all underwave. He's like,
all
the
kinds of
Needle
shit
Blight's
is happening.
asleep
You just
to
saw a
try
bottle
to
fly
advise-
through the air. Just a
So he's
bottle
like-
of booze flying through the air.
yeah,
And I
so it's-
walk back to the sheep huddle and just scratch the top of Billy number 4's head.
Oh yeah, Bill number 4 is getting
Your buddy.
Yeah, I can't do speak with animals again,
Right.
but I'll scratch his head.
I
Yeah,
hand
so-
the liquor back to
Hey.
Jaxel.
All right. So yeah, you how are you taking this Needle Blight and Twig Blight with you, or are you just leaving them in the field?
So, Needle Blight, let's tie him into a knot.
Yeah,
Right.
right. The rope.
That's
he is the
awful.
rope.
No, he is. If he's
He
like
is-
slithering, then
slithering.
Yeah, he's like a massive vine with like needles on it.
Wait, just tie him up.
That's
Damn.
terrible, bro. Oh my gosh.
oh, I love it.
Yeah, so we'll do that. And then the other one, what should we take him
Well, the
into
other one's
bar?
asleep and frozen in my arms, so I'm just gonna carry it.
Frozen and burned. He's
Right.
just not having a good day.
This
Yeah,
guy
it-
has like tear stains going down his eyes.
Okay, so I already used 2 spells. So if I want to use comprehend languages, I gotta take 10 minutes to do a ritual.
Okay, they are asleep, so they can't
Yeah.
like talk to you.
All right, so let's spend 10 minutes. I do a little ritual over here.
Well,
Mhm.
how long does sleep last?
Anyone
Oh,
have
shit.
any healing spells? Because someone took a lot of damage. I don't remember who.
Can I? Oh yeah, I can just.
Yeah, Halford took a good chunk.
No, I can't. I can't use any healing or
But I
anything.
would say like it's about 1 a.m. If you sleep in late, like if you sleep till like 9, you're gonna get a
Yeah.
lot.
How
You're
long
gonna
does sleep last for? Or
It-
like the spell?
1
I-
minute.
1 minute?
Oh god.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
You have to tie him up.
You tied him up. Okay.
Damn
we
it.
Meanwhile,
tie him up?
I take
Hold on,
10
guys.
minutes to do this thing. So, 9
Can
minutes
we
after
tie
they're
up-
awake and screaming.
Should we?
Hold up.
Okay.
I have a. Can we tie up the one guy with the other guy?
Tie them together.
No.
No, not the baby.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, I'm holding it. I just say, what are you
Right, we might
talking
want
about?
them separated.
so you've tied it up. Would you say like after you tie it up, a minute passes and they awaken from their slumber?
Wait,
The
give me 1
new
sec. I need to see. Does anybody know off the top of their head what comes in an explorer's pack?
No.
Oh,
There's like
God.
rope and like pythons and
There
shit.
is rope.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything.
most packs
Um,
have rope.
I lay down a circle of rope
Mhm.
around the needler. Only the needler. The other guy's chilling.
Yeah.
I lay down a circle of rope around him, and then you produce flame to light it on fire.
Okay, so it's in this. Okay, it's tied. It's
So it's-
tied itself together, and it's in a circle of flame.
Yep.
Okay, so it wakes up and tries to untie itself, and it's unable to do so. And it just like looks at you, right? It's just like
Okay, meanwhile, I've already initiated my ritual, so I've got 9 minutes left.
yeah, it doesn't really know what to do. It's kind of just like struggling there, and it's not going to touch the fire, but it is unhappy to be in that circle. It's just kind of like trying to move around and not doing very good at it.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, you have plenty of time to cast a spell if you want to just like
Okay.
jump that to
Yeah,
comprehend.
yeah. So now I comprehend languages casted.
Mm-hmm.
I go up to the little baby one and I
Mhm.
go, "Hey, can you speak common? Or can you understand common? Can you
It kind
speak a little, squeak at me?"
Blinks
Says
at you and makes sounds, and it's not a language. It's just making like squeak, 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 and like kind of like yelling and yelling.
Turns out it's just squeaky, so we
Yeah,
can kill it now.
It doesn't have a language to speak to you.
He's
It
our
can just-
pet.
How did they communicate with each other?
they're doing it with each other.
All right, so okay.
It
Well,
can
it
scream.
sounds like we're not going to learn anything from them. Let's just
That's
stomp their heads in and then say that the problem's solved, because I don't see any more of them.
Needler might be more intelligent.
Yeah, that's what I
That's
was
true.
thinking.
You try the needle.
Let me ask the needler. Hey, needler, little wormy boy, squeak at me.
Dude,
So-
Needler's a gun in Halo.
It like looks
Yeah.
up at you, and its mouth doesn't move, but a voice kind of booms in your head. It comes from it. Sorry, loud its mouth moving. And it's like just says hello. What have you done to my creations?
Oh,
I don't
I'm
think you did
sorry
any
to hurt
effect
your
there.
baby. I'm sorry to hurt your babies, but we're just trying to protect these sheep from mutilations, and we've heard that things from the forest have been attacking the farms, so we're trying to solve that problem. Is that you guys, or?
My creation goes where it pleases and does what it wants.
I asked
So, yeah.
Borealis to try to convince it to be vegetarian.
Hey, you ever consider just chewing on grass?
They
one
do
with the sheep.
what they wish. They do not bend to your standards.
Okay. So sounds like we're not going to get much out of this guy. He
Yeah,
just
they're
kind
gonna-
of says that his
Yeah.
creations do what they want, and he's not giving me a yes or no as to whether or not they're mutilating the cattle here.
Could you maybe ask if there are like any more
Yeah,
that haven't
that's
come
what I
around?
Hey,
You got friends?
he says like
You got games on your phone?
Any more creations around? How
He
many
is like,
creations?
I have seeded the upper world with my creations. I'm sure there are more than this measly group.
I think he's bluffing.
Bluffing.
I think he's bluffing. How do I roll? How do
Roll
I
insight check. Insight. Yep.
Okay. Where's that insight? Okay. Wait, roll what? 20?
Yeah,
D20.
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 Insight.
Okay. Because I thought the other guy was bluffing, and we'll never know because he got forced to be a 20. But
Yeah.
it like caught in half. I'll re-roll.
Okay.
I have 14.
Okay. There's
Can I
not
do a
much.
check as well?
Yeah. You can all do a check if you want.
Yeah.
22. Okay. Right on.
I like that. I
Well-
like rolling high now.
Yeah. Now that you're
when
checking,
I made my fucking character, it's rolling high.
All right. What was yours, Panthizzle?
I'm sorry, it was an 11 actually.
Is anyone else rolling insight on this, or is it good?
I got 5.
Okay, well, so Jeremy can realize, the rest of you are like unsure, but Jeremy realized like he doesn't appear to be bluffing. Whoever is talking through this being, he almost kind of seems like he's bragging about what he did.
Yeah, I mean, he sounds like a bad guy.
And does
You got
does Zirion tell us that?
Yeah, that's up to Zirion.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
got
gain
strong
any?
enough that he's not bluffing. I also think that there's somebody behind the scenes. I don't think this is a needler talking.
Yeah, it would be like you could ask
Yeah,
what
you can also
Yeah.
tell that yes, the Needler is not the creator.
Yeah.
creation.
From your insight check. That's it.
Could you ask like what his name is, maybe?
What's your name?
My name.
Creator. I care
The name
about
of
that
the
more than you.
creator.
Also,
yeah,
what's the name of this little one over here? I want to know that.
Oh,
My friend's gonna keep
I do not name my creations. You have one as. What are you doing with that one?
Don't worry about that.
You're stealing the seed.
But
Until
he.
you tell us what's up, we're gonna keep it as a pet.
Yeah, he's like, my name is Bellic, and I have. Who could have foreseen? Crazy. He says, my name is Bellic. I will seed the above world with my creations.
Okay, so that sounds like these apples are probably bad news, you guys. If he's Bellic, it's Bellic. He's seeding. Bellic is seeding the upper world with his apples.
Oh.
Hey, the seed. Those apples could all be a time bomb.
Through the dealer real quick and say, hey, Bellic, I heard that you're down in the Citadel causing trouble with goblins and whatever the other thing down there was. And
he's
like,
yeah.
once in a while. What's up with that?
He's like, I care not for the other creatures. I only serve the creator of the fruit.
Creator.
Creator
of fruit.
Okay.
And then at this point, he's not responding to any more questions. It's just
Kill
gone.
the things.
Yeah.
Kill the things.
Not the little one.
Not the baby.
Why not?
I introduced flame on the needler.
Yeah.
It's our baby.
Making a menagerie on the first game.
And he's produced flame on the needler.
Yeah.
It's already kind of flame.
You're gonna hit it.
Yeah, I feel like you could just like engulf it with its
Like
already
rope.
produced flame.
Yeah, just knock it into the rope.
It's literally shooting a fish in a barrel.
Yeah, you hit it, and it lights on fire, and it like kind of writhes around a bit, but then it turns to ash, and it's gone.
I got a 7 if that matters.
You hit it. You didn't have to roll for that.
Yeah.
No, for the damage.
Yeah, you hit it, and it turned to ash.
Sweet.
All right. So yeah, it is now calm. With the one tree blight is freaked out and doesn't really want to be held anymore. After seeing all this go down, and is now aggressively wriggling in whatever.
Let us keep the baby.
This is the enemy thing.
Wait.
So I can roll another strength contest. I guess who's holding
Keep it around by rolling strength checks
I'm
every
holding
once in
it.
a while.
I'm
You
holding
guys
it.
roll strength against it.
If you're so interested, I guess.
Uh, 19.
This is
Yeah, you are still holding the tree.
goddamn.
And it's angry about it.
This is
But it-
definitely.
I'm
it
trying to
calms-
calm it. I'm trying to calm it.
It does
At the
calm a
same
little
time.
bit. Like it realizes it's not going to be able to get out for a little bit, and it's kind of biding its time.
You guys, let's take it to the mayor and say, hey, we
Mhm.
got word that Bellic is trying to seed the upper world with these folk.
They were attacking
Can
the
we just,
farm.
like,
Wait, does a cursory examination reveal that the claws of these creatures look like the type of thing that would inflict the marks we saw in the animals that were killed?
Yeah, you would say that the needler particularly has that kind of same effect. You would say like it would just have shot the needles at the animal, and they
Yeah,
just,
yeah, I can like examine the hole in my own body and say,
yeah,
"Yep,
you
that-
can be like, wow, look at that.
And one of the needlers,
Yes.
was like burned just now, but the
Yeah.
other one I just like destroyed with the
Yeah.
axe. So it's still
Yeah.
kind of there, but it's
Yeah,
just in
so-
the carcass.
You can confirm that this is the thing that was likely at least killed that cow and likely killing the other ones.
Meatballs on the counter.
He's gonna live his truth. There's nothing I can do about him anymore.
This
Lane is
is definitely not a beast, right?
a beast. No, it is a small plant.
Fuck, okay.
A baby.
Um,
Alright, are we close to calling it? By the way.
Yeah, we can
I'm
call
getting
it.
the
But
real tired, yeah.
this is a good stopping point.
I think so.
And between things here, you're gonna level up to level 2.
Cool.
Well, I feel
is
like
there any way to regain hit points out of combat, like rolling recoveries or whatever?
some short rest will let you roll your hit dice, and you'll gain life equal to that hit dice, and then long rest you'll heal fully. I'm gonna say for the sake of this, you're gonna be able to take a long rest after this combat just over the night because you have enough time to sleep. It isn't like morning time yet.
I'm an elf, so I only need
Yeah, you
4
only-
hours of trance.
so. Do
Yeah.
we like lock the guy in the barn?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and leave the sheep outside.
With the sheep? Oh no.
No, leave the sheep outside.
Yeah, very
Okay. Also, as part of our long rest, I'm gonna purify some water with my brewing supplies.
Oh.
So,
All right, yeah, long rest, and then you're going to level 2.
sweet.
Yeah, you can sleep at this farmhouse for the night.
Well, yeah. Well,
Like under the stars, it's fine.
So do we tell the farmer about what just happened?
He is still kind of nervously poking out after seeing you put a ring of fire in
In
his.
his yard.
So he's nervously kind of watching. He hasn't come up to talk to you or anything.
I turn to him and give him a
Take it
thumbs
to
up.
the mayor, right?
Thumbs up, and he like squints, and he's like,
Can't see your paw.
My tiny
Yeah.
paw.
he's
Yeah,
like,
my sleeves are just like engulfing the hand, but I'm like,
all right,
Okay.
I
That was the-
purchased Billy number 4.
you can try in the
like-
morning. He's not interested
Yeah,
in
that's the morning too.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, I'll
Fair.
persuade him. Hey, my friend's really attached to your sheep. I think you should try
Don't
and
say
keep
it like that.
attached to you.
Please,
He's like, I think can sleep with it.
Oh my god. Alright.
Alright, so
Alright,
the guy's
boys.
locked in the barn. We're taking a nap outside the barn.
Yeah, you
let's
just
say,
told him
let's
she-
say he can't get out. It's a good barn. Let's just be.
Yeah, I'm not. It's unhappy to be in there, but it is not like able to do anything at this point, right?
Cool.
You know, as far as you know, who knows what it'll do overnight?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, wait, at 2 a.m., can I go like lop its head off?
You sure can. I'm gonna. You're gonna be trying to be sneaky, I assume, since the rest of you, the party wanted to kind of hold on to it. So I'm gonna give you roll a stealth to see if anyone wakes up.
Cool. Is that just a dex check?
There's a specific skill you might be proficient in. I'm sure.
Yeah, there's- it's a
yes,
plant.
okay, I am.
Plant's a little like its standalone category, right? Like that's just a category of
Yeah, it's a
monster.
category of monsters,
Eating,
plant.
yeah.
19.
Yeah. I don't think you wake any of them up. So yeah, you're able to sneak into the barn, and there is the plant, and it is like ready to fight. If you want to fight it, it's
Oh,
now.
shit, it's unentangled.
It is. This one was never entangled. Was only held like baby.
And frozen.
Very
Because-
low health, right?
Because
Really
the
low
baby-
health. It's like we'll
He has
defend
1
it.
health.
It is
So, yeah.
1 health.
I'll say it didn't expect you to come in here, so you have a surprise round of combat.
Okay. I just attack with my sword.
Sad.
I assume I can close.
Yeah, you'll get it.
12 to hit.
I just closed it, and I was like, I don't know if it's like more than. It does not hit,
Oh my
unfortunately.
god.
Oh, damn, their AC is 13 then.
And
Wow.
he kind of reels back and tries to claw back at you.
And you're already a little bit hurt.
Does a
No, we had a long rest, right?
does a
No,
12
this is the middle of the night.
Okay.
12 does not hit.
Okay, so he does a glancing blow. It's your turn again.
Cool, I attack again.
Like waking up now that we're hearing noises.
Yeah, everyone roll
14 to hit.
I mean, I'm not waking up. I'm trying to
Wait, roll that perception.
go to sleep.
What is that? 20. I got
14 to hit with. Wait, I rolled the wrong die, but doesn't matter.
Perception.
7 damage.
It has literally 1 health, so it is gone.
Cool.
So yeah, you have killed the Twig Blade inside of the barn.
So what is the perception roll I needed?
What'd you get?
I got a 9.
No,
I got
you don't.
a 6.
14. You do hear a commotion with 14.
Can I get down there in time?
I mean, you can walk in there, but he has at this point killed the Blade. Blade is dead.
I know.
Um,
killed. Why'd you do that?
I was looking through like all the future spells I could get to see if I could like become its friend. But like I feel like charm person or animal friendship, but that doesn't work on plants, so
Yeah.
I just kind of facepalm, point to my bleeding arm, walk out, and go back into trance.
Flex.
I mourn the baby in the morning.
All right, yeah, you wake up and there is a dead baby.
Yeah,
So
can
now
we
we-
settle this in the morning then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
taking
problem
long
for
nap.
tomorrow.
You take your long
Okay.
rest, so get your hit points back, and you will level up as part of this long
Also, you
rest.
get spell
So-
slots back.
And we get
Yeah.
6
Yeah.
gallons of water. Because I'm
So-
purifying
Woo.
some water.
How does
there-
how does leveling up work?
is there anything that we get outside of like that chart that gives us for me, like I get 1 more first level spell?
Yes, you will also get some more HP. Um,
HP.
You will roll your hit dice.
Roll your hit die, right? Oh, let's do that now. That's
Yeah, we
fine.
can do that. It's
I'm
easy.
fine with that.
Roll your hit dice, add your constitution. If you get a 1, you get a reroll, because that's
Wait,
whack.
hit dice?
So I'm
Oh,
sorry. What is going
With
on?
my dice.
So, you know your hit dice, I think a D10, maybe 12 for you.
It's a D8 for me.
You're just going to roll that dice?
I'm just taking +6.
Okay, that's fine.
4 plus a constitution of 1.
All right, you get
I
5.
think I like missed everything. So
Wait, I'm also getting plus con mod.
Yeah, plus con.
Cool.
So your hit dice is right here.
Oh shit, I should have put more into con.
13 for my hit
I
dice.
don't I
So-
missed what we're doing right now.
We are
It's just-
gaining HP for leveling to level 2.
Okay,
how
so how does that work?
What's your current HP? What's your max?
I'm full.
No, like what is the number?
What is the number?
12.
Okay.
Roll
So
a
you're
12.
gonna roll yeah. No, what's
No.
your constitution?
My constitution is a +2.
Okay, so roll a D10 and then add 2 to it. And then you'll add that to your 12 with your new hit points.
Cool, thank you. Sorry, I was just a little.
You're good. It's getting late.
Roll D10. I got, what is that? That is a 5.
Nice.
So that'd be +7.
Yep.
Right?
You get 7 more health.
Cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Less
As
squishy.
well. So
Yes.